Long time listener, first time caller.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Long time listener, first time caller.
First time
Caller.
First time caller.
After downloading the free Discord app, use the invite link in the description or scan this QR code with your phone to be taken to the Beyond Wednesdays Discord server.
First time listener, long time caller.
There you will see the Modern Comic Mayhem category on the left with the call-in waiting room. Join that call-in waiting room, set up your camera and your mic, and have your questions ready.
Call me now!
This sucks. Change it.
No, wait. Check out this chick.
It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whomever I choose. I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant, but nothing can take away the blues.
If you sat on her head, would it scratch your butt?
Yeah. This sucks. Change it.
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Wednesday night review show. We got the whole crew with us tonight, and I'm sure more will pop on as the night goes on. This is a San Diego Comic-Con 2023 recap week, not show. We'll probably be talking about this shit all week. So we're starting it off on Comic Book Day on Wednesday, as we should. It was a fucking really good weekend. I'm really glad that I got to spend it with a lot of these guys here. I wish everybody was able to make it. I know a lot of people came up and said hello, which was really, really cool. That meant a lot. Met a lot of people for the first time that I'd never met, and it was like that reset that I needed. And plus, I got to hang out with Big Leg 90% of the time, which meant I was heavily influenced to drink. You know what I mean? Like that's what it feels like when you hang out with Big Leg. But it was a good weekend. What'd you think?
But it's not beer pressure at all.
No,
it's
no.
It's like kind of like, hey, I'm gonna grab a drink. And you're like, oh, that sounds good.
Yeah,
like,
before 11.
And honestly, we do have to eat, and there's not much fast food when you're in the gas lamp. You just pay that much money to stay down there. Also, might as well get some good food.
Yeah,
because they're all trying to outdo each other. I had, I don't know, 20,000 steps a day and gained 10 pounds.
Yeah,
and,
dude.
Well, I got home. I was all, you gotta be kidding me, right? I've lost like 6 since Sunday night.
Taking shits.
Still,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, good Lord. Yeah, that was it. That was it. I mean, hey, but they're it's all that competition is good. All right.
Yeah.
So when you're in an area like that, man, competition for the best burger, chicken sandwich, a pizza, steak, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Competition is good. Or we've got better beers than you have, something like that. You know, I'll give everybody a chance. I'm an equal opportunity eater and drinker, especially when it comes to down there. And you do not take a car. Well, you don't take a car anywhere unless you're going to a party. So
Yeah.
and even then, you're paying somebody to take you.
Yeah.
To fit everybody that's with you, right?
Well,
Yeah, Bryan got us an Escalade.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. We grabbed an
We
Uber
look
Black.
fancy rolling up, dude. Escalade ESV all blacked out.
Yeah.
Nice. He's got the one that would fit us, and we're all, oh yeah.
Well, that's not the best part. The best part is I got video of the ride. No, wait. I got video of the ride back, which was in this little ass Tesla.
Dude.
And I originally gave Drew from Wanted Comics the front seat, and he wouldn't take it. And I'm like, fine, dude, I'm taking it, whatever, right? And so, which meant he had to get in the back and sit in between Big Leg and John from
Hive?
Frosty Mug. Frosty Mug.
Frosty Mug. Okay.
And you know how those small those back cars, and all Drew did the whole time was complain about his nuts getting crushed, and I got it on video, dude, and it's fucking hilarious, dude.
We could have put John on his lap or laid him across us, I guess. That might have worked.
Well, the worst part
Set
is
his butt in the middle, have his head back, feet up, whatever.
The worst part is initially I thought that Colbert was going to be riding with us, so I was thinking it was going to be Colbert in there. Could you imagine if Colbert was in there? Holy shit!
He's an inch taller than I am.
Yeah. By the way, I never thought I would run into somebody taller than Colbert, and then we ran into King of the Golden State, who was like 8'4".
Oh wow!
Yeah,
honestly,
he's fucking tall, bro. I've never had to look straight up at somebody ever.
Not that we're almost honestly like 5 people in my life, not including NBA players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was just about to ask, is he an NBA? Was he a former NBA player?
Honestly, I don't know his background. I've only met him like at on con floors. You know what I mean? Never had like dinner with him or anything where you get to know those things. So yeah, and I'm sitting like this, and then I looked down. I looked at the dealer who's not tall, right? And if I like any stretch, I'm not great with like judging height, but I like this dealer guy's like he's literally all the way back, man. Like all the way back.
Yeah, it was it was interesting.
He's 7 something. He's got to be at least 7 feet tall.
Yeah. This is the one guy I did not run into. I didn't get a chance to run into Comics with Bueller. What's up? What's going on, brother? Good to see you. I was really looking forward to seeing him. I didn't get to run into him. But one day we will. And who else didn't I run into? Dude, I'll tell you who I'm really bummed out I didn't run into. Kwame had a booth there, and I didn't stop by and say what's up to him.
You did.
Oh, wow.
Super 7, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, that is...
Was he there?
Yeah, he was there all 4 days.
Oh, shit. I just thought they were advertising his toy. I didn't think he was actually there.
Man, I'm so bummed that I didn't get to say hello to him. I would have totally asked him to come on the podcast. Okay, so we get just a... By the way, you guys, let me know if my mic is sounding okay. I'm having some weird problem with my mix, so it doesn't sound like it's working as loud. But if the gain is good, let me know. If it isn't, let me know. So we get there. I get there on Wednesday. Leg's already there. Pick up Leg. We go to this place. This place looks like the fucking Real World house. I joke about it being. I joked about it at first, like saying that I was going to set it up like the Real World house. We walked in and it straight up looked like the Real World house. It was beautiful.
It might have been.
Yeah, it's a little so it's small. It's smaller than that. It was just a really cool loft layout.
Yeah.
They could film something down there. Location was great. Parking sucked, but it is what it is. I knew that going in. So yeah. I did learn a little more about parking this time. So about getting parking ahead of time, because I've always either been in a hotel or I stayed further out, or that's it. So parking's never an issue. You never get to a hotel and be like, oh, there's no parking. unless it's like a 20 room old school one, and they tell you ahead of time, but that doesn't really, it's not what I'm talking about. So parking sells out, so ahead of time it's good to grab the spaces.
Yeah,
I never had to, because I always get somewhere I can walk or a hotel. So, or like I said, somewhere to stay further out with a friend, or a hotel where I know. Yeah. So.
Check. There we go.
Were y'all walking distance, Sean?
Yeah, we were sixth and like F.
Do you know where the double deuce is?
Above the double deuce.
Oh, okay.
No, you know the coin op.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Literally a kitty corner and a block up. Not even a block. Like 40 yards up, next to whatever that comedy club is. This next attached to Double Deuce.
That's not bad.
So yeah, we walked. It was probably 14 minutes.
That's not bad.
And getting there is easy. You're carrying like the weight of a pregnant woman, and it's like a slight incline, not a lot, but enough to where with your backpack full, a cheeseburger and a beer, it's like, all right, man. So why does it always take so much longer to get home?
I don't mind walking. It's just when I stand still. When I stand still, man, I am, after 5 minutes, I got that old man sciatic pain, and it fucking gets on fire. And at one point I was just like, I'm done standing in line. I'm done standing in line. If I can walk around, I'm cool. But this con made me realize more than ever, lines aren't for me. They're just not. I'm too old for that shit. Many exclusives that I said, no, I'm not going to get this because I don't want to stand in line. Many things that I didn't get or see because of that. Thank God I'm not a Hall guy. By the way, the Hall H stuff and Marvel not being there was such a blessing, because it made people realize we don't need those fuckers. We don't need movie studios to be there. We don't need actors to be there. All we need are comic and pop culture fans to go there. And more people were on the con floor buying stuff from retailers. I heard from all the retailers how great it was. The cash was flowing the whole time. You know what I mean? That it's exactly what that proved. It really showed that we don't have to rely on that stuff, or con promoters don't have to rely on that anymore. They really don't.
Well, it sounds like it was getting back to its roots, right? Of what this convention was all about. And, I'm sure they're making notes of that for next year as well. I mean, but who knows how long, what we're going through right now is going to last.
I felt like the floor was more packed because you just didn't have as many people in the Hall H line, so it got a little crazy a little earlier. But
dude, yeah, it was. I will say it was packed by Friday. Wednesday doesn't really count. That's the best 3 hours you're gonna get.
Clutch, you got there early, right? You got there the day before.
Yeah, I got there like Tuesday.
What was it like being there on Tuesday? Was people just setting up, that type of shit?
Oh, yeah. Setting up. I usually, when I was doing the stuff with Skybound, I would get on like Sunday. And so there was a couple of years I'd gone to Padres games with Chris Rupp. Like we go on a Sunday afternoon, go to a Padres game, just like have a good steak dinner that night, and then get ready for it, Monday through. But
wow,
this year Tuesday was fine. It was a lot of setting up, and people are starting to get, they're starting to roll in and whatever. So
yeah, the Hive boys were there too. So I think they got there Wednesday also, right? Is that right? They got their leg. Did they get there Wednesday?
They got there
same time as us, right? Maybe.
Yeah, they got in Wednesday. They drove in Wednesday.
So,
but it was tough. But they got there earlier. But the loading
they had to
was
set
tougher.
up. Yeah, their load-in was tougher. That's what it was.
But
I was trying to remember.
They didn't exactly. No offense to them, but I mean, Skybound was Skybound.
Yeah, Skybound's like putting together a city.
Tower.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally watching like on accident, just gonna go up and buy something.
Is that where you were, Clutch?
Kirkman's upstairs.
Were you upstairs at all interviewing people when you were doing your thing?
Yeah, I got to do the end of day recaps with Gina and Blake. It was pretty fun. It was cool to be up there and like see it. Like Skybound had always wanted to do a double decker booth, and they are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulled it off.
So they are literally skybound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it literally was Skybound.
Yeah. So it was cool to see it, you know, and they had a really good setup there, man. Those guys just crushed it. So, but I'm also super glad I didn't have to set up any of that stuff.
Yeah.
What does that? So I'm curious, like, what does that entail? I know what it entails for a retailer to set up a comic book booth, but this is like a marketing booth. There's a movie studio upstairs, you know, or an interview studio. But I mean, the electronics set up there, I could see it from up there. You can see from downstairs everything that's set up. That, I mean, it's a big setup to be able to get power and stuff. Did they outsource to like some sort of media construction company? Am I just ignorant about the industry? I don't know.
No, I mean, the cool thing is, so Promo 360, they're the guys who Mike D'Alessio and his crew, they're the ones who set up the Marvel booth. And they just got, you know, they do a ton of the bigger activations. And so they set that whole thing up. And so, you know, you buy or rent the structure, you pay for all the panels and artwork to be done. And then, you know, I think they get in on like Sunday and they start setting up actually.
Okay.
Super early.
Yeah. Plus being in the middle of the floor, they got to be, you know, everybody around them is doing the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, that's crazy. There was
so much electronics in there too, and it's weird too because like behind on the base level they had that storefront, right, where they're selling all this. So they have the small little merch room, but then behind that it's like they have the big LCD screens. So like that's in there, and it was cooking. It was I swear to God, it was like a pressure cooker in there. It was so hot. They had like two like little portable like air conditioners inside. It was because there's also like 10 or 12 people in there at all times as well. So it's gnarly.
Yeah,
when did you get there, Vinny?
And then the listening stations and all that. There's electronics built all the way around side, like interactive stuff, all the way around the entire thing. So I can only imagine.
Yeah. Well, I got in Wednesday, Brian.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So I went to the preview
night. I remember the preview night. Shout out to Cover Price. Pulled off a big. I owe you on with Maddie D, hooking up a badge for me. That was really cool. They came through in a big way. So much love to them for hooking me up for a badge for Wednesday night. So I was able to get in on Wednesday night.
Nice.
Yeah, and so I did most of my, just like I think most people did most of my picking up of exclusives and shit on Wednesday and Thursday. And for the most part, I think it went pretty well. There's nothing we really missed out on that I can think of other than the Capullo book, the Invincible Capullo book, which went crazy fast.
Rose Besh on Saturday. That was gone.
Yeah, and
I thought Saturday was going to be like Friday, where I could skip the early line and then still get it, and that just was not the case.
Was it bad? It was on Saturday?
Well, Saturday's the day the whole time I planned to sleep in Saturday. I don't like the Saturday morning zoo's fine. Plus, I've been there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
So it's just the only stuff that you're either, I don't know. I couldn't get the DC. The DC just kept being capped every time I went around there, and it's all the way in that Funko
Let's
corner.
talk about that real quick, because that's a big deal. The
Chris
capping of lines.
Sunday. Chris got in there Sunday, so I didn't know that.
That capping bullshit sucks. Did they do that last year? I don't remember them doing that last year.
They do. Yeah, they do. It's fire marshal stuff. Otherwise, it just turns into a mess. Like the Pete signing. That was an absolute mess.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
At least
for real.
At least it was on Friday.
Yeah, let's get into that during the drama alert segment, because that's definitely.
That was a bad. They had it together before and after that, I guess. So she was. I don't know. We can get into it. It just kind of. It just sucks. Like when one little thing you want to do can end up like taking your entire day.
Yeah,
like, that's a lot of money people spend to get down there. So I pick and choose my battles. Like I'm not. I'll stand in more lines than Brian will, but like at the same time, if I've got I'm not spending an hour and a half. Like I can spend. I have it depending on the item. Don't be wrong. There's stuff I was over an hour for, but if I think I can hit 3 other places that I want to go that I haven't seen yet, maybe I get 3 things that I would miss out on instead of 1, and you just weigh out what you're gonna do during the day.
Yeah, I know some people waited in that MetaZoo line and like they were just waiting for hours, 2 hours, and then I think by Saturday, Sunday, you had to wait in one line to get a band, and then you waited in another line to then get the card. Like it was just like, I don't know, it was crazy.
MetaZoo comeback, yeah, and the fact that the MetaZoo was next to the Image McFarlane,
yeah,
the next to the Spawn drop, so the lines are like the same place. I'm trying to get through the MetaZoo line, which is wrapping back and forth, I just walked on the wrong side, just to get to this, just to try to get to the Spawn line. After that's after waiting in line an hour to get inside the con and to get on the floor. So, yeah.
How many people were like, "Don't cut the line, quit cutting"?
Oh, dude.
Everywhere.
Yeah. I don't even want to get into that, man. I don't even want to get into that right now. Yeah. Trust me. We'll talk about that after show. We'll talk about that after show. Well, basically, I'll just put it this way: without naming names, it got a little dicey. But
Spawn. Okay.
Yeah, Spawn.
Yeah. No, let's not.
Yeah, and but it was the line thing. The only bad line thing was the cap in the lines. How they would just cap lines constantly, which is a pain in the ass because then they say, just go walk around. They don't give you a time. They don't say, just hang out here. They're just like, nope, you have to go walk around. And you're like, motherfucker.
That's what happened to me.
I don't know either, dude.
This is not a dig, Clutch, but this is what happened to me at Skybound because I was standing in line. I was trying to get in the line, and they kept saying it was capped. So the guy was like, come back, just keep walking around. And then I did that for like 30 minutes. And finally, like in the span of like 3 seconds, they opened the line and let 2 people in, and they're like, "It's capped." I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, they had a lot. I mean, they had a lot of new folks in Skybound controlling it. Dan was inside the booth, like dealing with all the product stuff, but everyone on the outside was either someone who worked for Promo 360 or someone new from Skybound. Yeah. So, not a lot of they were trying to feel it out, and also Skybound's a small booth comparatively in size. Like it didn't have a lot of space around there to line folks up, but it definitely I heard the same complaints from multiple people about like, hey, like it was bad. So
it was rough. It was rough trying to get in. I finally just like stood behind the line for a second, and I was like, okay, the next time they open it, I'm just jumping in. So
you have to.
Yeah. What's interesting is I didn't get a chance to watch the Hot 10 this week. So what I want to do real quick is I want to bring up the books on the Hot 10 and on the cover price trending list because a lot of them are the books that were exclusive to the show. This book right here, "This Something Is Killing the Children," pen and ink. I think
even the Run the Route books are
Oh
SDCC, yeah.
Okay, yeah. The Alex Ross Starfire is beautiful. I grabbed 2 of these. I was like, that's a must pick up. Even one for a PC, right? You know what I mean? Like that's the book right there. That is a wait, what just happened? There we go. That's a killer book, man. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And I think how much were they? They're like $50?
I think they were 50 and I think they're 100 signed.
Yeah.
Okay. So I picked up 2 of those from Alex Ross. Didn't see this one. This is the Rose Besh number 2.
That's because we were asleep.
Oh yeah.
That was Saturday only. That was Saturday
only. From 100 to 125. So when this list came out, it was these were pre-sales.
Okay.
Yeah. So these prices aren't necessarily. Plus that was 200 something easy on whatnot.
Yeah, that makes sense. Man, all those Skybound 1-a-day books are big books this week for sure, right? Because they were the ones that went the quickest.
Yeah, they did a good. They really did a good job of planning that out. Like the editorial team over there did a really. They knew what they wanted to do this year compared to other years that Skybound's done stuff, and they killed it. I think.
Yeah, I feel like there was a quite a few of the companies that are starting to maybe understand a little bit that variance and ratio variance and how important they are, right? If that makes sense. and the collectibility aspect and all that stuff, and making them these one a day books was a big deal.
Yeah, and you're gonna it tripped me out that they actually had that the one for preview night. I like that, but they, you know what I mean, to use up Capullo on preview night when everybody can't be there. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
And I went there. Yeah, there you go. But I went there 4 times and I couldn't get it. So
how many of these were available?
So look out for that shitty guy.
I know there were 50 of the gilded ones because they had 10 a day, but I don't know how many they have of this version of it.
I don't know, dude. I skipped the gilded.
I skipped this one too. I didn't buy this one. I didn't like it.
I have that on eBay.
Well, and then I want to say they were selling some before the convention even happened too. I forgot which color, but there was one that was like someone was selling beforehand. And then I do like the one that is a foil where the other half is the skull.
Yeah,
the bottom half.
I like that one better actually.
Yeah.
This is the Invincible book by Capullo. By the way, the big Capullo news being Wolverine, which is badass. So I'm looking forward to that. But man, what a great cover this is!
Nice. Oh yeah, and this was only on preview night. This book.
Yep.
On Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Did
for
you get
the
one of
black
these,
and
Vinny?
white, you had to do a bunch of activities with Skybound.
Yeah, you had to take a picture at the selfie booth. You had to. What else did you have to do? I forgot.
Yeah, like demo, impact winner, I think, right?
Yeah. Newsletter. So you had to check out the video game thing. But then the worst one, I'm sorry, but the worst one was they had you sit there listening to this podcast for like 10 minutes. And I was like, oh no. People were all just standing in line. And I was like, this has got to be like 2 minutes or something like that. And everybody was like, this is 10 minutes. So it was like a full episode of not a podcast. It was like a full episode of a show, but audio.
Or you buy a skateboard and negotiate.
Yeah.
Well, explain that.
But it was
explain
cool
that.
though. It was. I think they had like 500 of those black and white. So I mean, it was worth it if you could get it.
Yeah, it's a good cover, and they're cardstock too, so they're really nice. If you got a clean one, you don't have to press it.
I bought one from someone on eBay Live, so shout out Jesse James.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that here in a second. Shout out to 70 points of articulation. He's saying that Alex Ross's site still has the Starfire for 50 if anybody wants it. I'd definitely hit that up ASAP. All right, this is the Amazing Spider-Man J. Scott Campbell book. These were 2 a day. I grabbed, I think these were 2 a day, right?
Oh, you mean a limit of 2? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you could grab 2 a day. And
they signed, unsigned, and if you bought 2, you got a trading card.
And the cards are badass. The cards are really sick.
Yeah, it's a preview of the fairy tale thing he's gonna do.
And it's like die cut. There was some great cards this year. Clutch got some badass Lady Death ones. Are you sure they're not die cut?
Yeah, they're clear. They're
like they're clear acetate. Okay,
yeah,
fucking acetate. So they look like
man.
It
in the. Yeah, but they were created in acetate. We're good.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Thank God. This is a good J. Scott Campbell cover. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not the normal chick pose that is so tough to see because I hate how long chicks' torsos are for J. Scott Campbell.
What was the retail cost for this at the con?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I didn't make it there.
20 a piece, I think.
Oh, really?
20?
40? Maybe 40 and then 60 signed?
I think it was 30 and then 50 signed.
Okay.
You know, he's selling them on his website now. The unsigned for 72.
There you go, you guys.
This is a fucking bullshit, dude.
If anybody, any of these other things are listed online, don't announce.
Oh, my bad. And it's gone.
Come on, man.
Put it in the private.
Dude, you know what it costs to stay down there?
Yeah. Transformers Ashcan was gone quick. These were they were given out the first day, right?
Those were
those aren't giveaway. Those were Friday night, Friday. They're you could purchase them until they ran out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had them on Wednesday too. So.
That was a permanent 1,000, I think, on that one.
Yeah.
And then this is the San Diego Comic-Con variant. This was Saturday?
No, that was all con too. Both the Transformers and Void Rivals were the entire show.
Yeah.
Really? Nice. This was the Puppeteer book. Shout out to Matt E. DeVoe for cover price. He thinks that this might be the book of the con.
Yeah, he loves this one. So do I.
It's a badass cover, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the weird. So you know when the you guys were in line at the beginning of the show to get this one, like I came back at like 1:30 and they still had them, and I bought like 3 at once.
Damn.
And there was like no line to walk up and get it. So like it was hot and heavy at the start, but
I went back later too. Chris called me and he was like, "Dude, there's nobody here." So I just went back, got another set. Or another allotment.
3 sets, yeah.
It was kind of the same thing with that. There was like a Spawn print or a print, or maybe the Gunslinger. I can't remember. It was a McFarlane print that was signed, and they just had them for sale on preview night. But then the next day, people were standing in line, getting the autograph, getting the band for an autograph, and then trying to come back to get it signed. And I was like, they were already signed last night for like $27. But oh well.
Yeah, I didn't see that. And then and also the times I was over there when they're doing exclusives or they're doing the Todd stuff, they wouldn't sell you their other shit. I want one of those Spawn Batman t-shirts.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh no, we can only do exclusives right now." And then they had to run you, so they didn't like trust their workers or whatever. So they had to so if you got 3 sets of this, which was max for going through the line, they ran your card 3 times. I'm like, I'm about to get a fraud alert.
Yeah, that is one thing I will say that was a little different this year. Is most years you can get pretty much anything from the booth every day. You just got to get there early. But this year, it seemed like a lot of booths had different items available on different days. So that kind of like, I think if you weren't attending all 5 days, then you would definitely miss out on some stuff.
Yeah.
And then Stein from the House of Stein writes all these articles.
Yes.
For the Hot 10. And then he just hit 300 episodes, I think, or something like that, or 300 articles.
Nice.
Wow. Good for him. The Mandalorian Adigrana variant of 700. This was available at Trinity booth with Peach and EM Gist. And there's the Peach book. And then what is this? I didn't see this.
So this is from the DC booth. You had to spend $300 in order to be able to buy this.
Yeah, but there was different ones. So there's red and gold. So it was like 200 or 300. So we didn't even know this was like completely happening. Oh, wow. So the only person I know that cleaned up DC was Chris, because so he went. It was capped every time I went over there. It's a walk, right? Like so you're fighting the side of the Funko crowd.
I really wanted that Batman book.
We go in there, and then so you can't. And honestly, I didn't realize this was happening, or I probably would have just said, okay, screw it. But then you don't know if you're going to get enough of the books to qualify for $300, But he was allowed. He basically got everything, and he spent like a lot of money. And there was a lot of really good first appearance, like grace, not like black and gray, not quite sketch that they had. So he's grading. It's really smart of him. He's grading a lot of them. And those would be good signature books once some of those movies start to hit and CGC does offerings with actors and stuff. So, the only one I know that got a bunch of DC is him.
Nice.
Can I say, I think this list is missing a pretty big book, right?
Yes.
And I got to say, like, thank you to McClay and Leg for bringing it out, but, like, the Lady Death David Nakayama, man.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, dude.
That book is missing on this list, and that was, like, you guys said, we have to go to Coffin. And I was like, okay, I'll follow you guys. And that was the best pickup, I think.
It's missing on this list, too.
I sold the 3 of them for whatever I said, $330 or $350. And I was happy to do that. I threw in the card, which I got for free because why wouldn't I? Same with the Campbell. I'm advertising with my card, hoping somebody bites. But like, Yeah, so he had those, and then like, dude, I didn't pay any more attention. And how did I not go back? Shit, maybe should have got the $300 medal.
I know. I went back on Saturday, and he was out.
Yeah, I think you texted us.
Yeah.
Where the hell are they?
Yeah, the Nakayama's got, but I mean, the thing is, Stein made this on Friday.
It's true. Good point. Good point.
So this isn't in there. So that's why the Transformer sketch isn't on there.
I think
right. Because he's still basing it off of what's selling on eBay, right? Or
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Woo.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we get so Mama! We got all three. It was 25, 25, and 80, and set selling for 350. They're all selling for 100 something each.
I wish I would have kept mine actually. Like
they're good to grade. And
I might keep my medal.
The Lady Death. You did buy metal?
No, sorry, the foil. I mean, I might keep the foil.
Oh yeah, dude, that
because I had him sign it.
Legs for a long time.
But I think I might grade the other two. Yeah, I had him sign it. So I figure why not at least sign the foil because it looks good.
Nice.
Yeah, that is beautiful, man. Holy shit. Yeah, this was the second or third place I think we went. We hit up Alex Pardee at first. Let me see here. So Pardee had one of the coolest things at the con. For those of you guys that didn't know, he had these.
Oh yeah,
yeah, the hug face cards.
Well, I'm excited to get mine. I can't wait.
Yeah, look at that. It's just beautiful.
Badass. Those are dope. Yeah.
And it says hug face on the bat, dog. Oh,
yeah.
So good.
It's really good, man.
He's doing a special drop online too of this card. He's got an acid splash version. Sorry, spoilers if it's coming out, but I think he teased it. But
we're gonna have to really pay attention for that.
Yeah, keep an eye out on his stuff.
I need to sign up for his email list or something.
I remember when that card came out, I was working at my uncle's shop and this kid had bought it, and then he came back to the shop with his parents, and his parents were like bitching at us for selling him the fuck face card, and and of course my uncle, you know, he was like, it's a baseball card. What are you talking about?
I'm really bummed I didn't bring my Alex Pardee sets. The Hive Boys gave me an A and B set of the Alex Pardee cards, and I should have brought them and had them signed some. But you have a chance to get one of these signed ones in the blind bags that he does. So that was pretty sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, really cool. So
did anyone that went to the con? Did any of you get the Kith Marvel drop, the shoes, the Asics, or did you know about it?
We did, but it was just crazy. Shout out to Funhouse for the $1.99 super chat.
I mean, Kith is dropping it tomorrow for everyone, anyways, because like Josh and I sat around after the show and did the math to figure out about how many pairs of shoes are out there. And then like someone posted like the same results as us. So I figured so I figured it out because you can figure it out by the parallels of the checklist of the cards, and then that there's 7 different cards, and then you can add up all the different parallels to it. And then you knew that 1 out of every 36 was the Wolverine yellow and blue, and then it breaks down to being about 2,600 pairs for each of the other ones.
Wow. Yeah, that was interesting. We did see those. We talked about it. A lot of people talked about it. So it was a lot of fun. What was it? Was there any other books that we should talk about that we didn't talk about? Oh, there was the Street Fighter. Was it Street Fighter books? I think it was. Hold on here.
Wait, was it like Udon or something like that? Like the
I think so. Yeah.
Like a summer swimsuit illustrated.
Yeah.
issue?
Udon did Street Fighter swimsuit, like supposedly limited, I think, to 400. So we saw those just walking by, grabbed those. I can't.
Well, see, I'm Asian, man. Of course, I do math.
I'll tell you the book that nobody's talking about. The motherfucking Art Adams Red Sonja.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Limited to 100. It was black and white. It was $50 a set, and you got there's Clutch. Hold on, Clutch. I'm gonna put you up on solo for that. $50 per set.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pop that around if you can, Clutch. Do you have the other one in the back?
Actually, I gave it away on stream the other day.
Okay, so there's a color version of that one, right?
Hmm.
Wow.
And he signed both of them for $50, and there was only 100.
I want to say that might have made the almost 10. I can't remember.
Okay. It was a good one.
I have
Shout
the
out to
list.
Matt, the cover price. Appreciate you. Much love.
817 Michael was mentioning the Hughes foil Supergirl. I had no idea where it was. I asked at the Adam Hughes booth where it was.
At Trinity. Did they get pissed when you asked?
They were just like, we don't know where that's being sold. We have no idea. We have nothing to do with it. It's basically what they said.
Well, there were 3 different Legion of Superheroes 23s there.
Well, let's just get into it, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on! Come on! I don't know if y'all got that. It's kind of like Mama, but it's drama. Mama!
All right. There was quite a bit of Losh 23 homages at the con this year. I want to say there was at least 5 of them, right?
Yeah.
Was there 5?
I knew of 3, I think.
Yeah, I knew of 3.
There was that Power Girl one.
So the Power Girl, there was the
Patrioka or whatever.
Is the Power Girl one the one? Wasn't there like a Betty or Veronica one?
Yeah.
That was Dan Parent. It wasn't, right?
Oh,
So
I
there
thought it was
the-
Dan Parent.
No, because I
It's
asked
not?
him about it and I look like a dumbass.
That's funny because someone that I saw posted about it, they said it was Dan Parent as well too. On top of that,
Yeah, the Archie one.
He didn't
And
even
then-
know
Sean,
who it was.
Sean, you'll never look like more of a dumbass than when I took one of those old. I forgot what the book is, but it says Hughes at the bottom. It's like a book from the '90s, and I took it to Adam Hughes, thinking it was an early Adam Hughes book.
It was
sign, he was
Stephen
like,
Hughes.
That's not me."
He's like, that was a HughesNet promotion for cable TV.
That was years ago, but I was like,
Oh, thought I was onto something.
well, the David Nakayama just used that title, but it wasn't in that pose of the
yes.
Adam Hughes. Yeah,
Yeah, the Adam Hughes. I think there was like 5 of them. So Trinity had the Mexican ones.
right.
Whatnot had the
Virgin foil.
Virgin foil. I don't know who had the Dan Parent one. We couldn't find it.
Okay, so
Oh,
the Archie one.
Yeah.
Matt might know.
And you said a Power Girl one? I didn't see the Power Girl one.
There was a
Do you have it
Power
in?
Girl one.
There was a Power Girl one. So there was. So did you already do the Whatnot one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the Virgin.
That sold out, and then so there was the Mexican super number 51
Trinity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that Trinity was selling, so
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that was $50, dude.
Yeah,
it was
well,
ridiculous.
Josh pointed out too that you go ahead and say it. I don't
What?
that the non-foil from Mexico is a different issue.
Oh yeah, yeah. They have different stories inside of them.
Really?
It's interesting. Yeah, yeah. Because
So-
the Lamole one's Superman 43, and then the one that Trinity was selling is Superman 51.
This is so weird, man. I would love to know. I wish I would have run into Adam Hughes' booth so I could ask about that, because I'm surprised that they didn't lose it on people asking them for that book. Because
Well,
from what I hear, they're not happy about that.
They
About
had
everybody doing the
no
Loesch.
they had no idea until like I guess people started bringing it to them at the booth or whatever.
On
They're like,
on
"Well-"
Instagram.
Oh,
They found
yeah,
out on
whatever.
Instagram.
Yeah.
"Oh wow."
So, and I think Adam Hughes' wife made a comment saying like, we haven't heard about these. So here's the thing that is very interesting to me, and I might have brought it up before, but I feel like with these foil things that DC is doing. DC is doing this thing where you can go back and you can reprint all these great covers for foils. But I think if they're going to do that, they need to allow the artists that originally drew them, if they're still alive, to have first right of refusal on creating them as an retailer exclusive. They shouldn't just give them to any retailer exclusive, right? It's a little bit of respect there, and let's let Adam Hughes make the money instead of Mellow Fellow or you know what I mean? Let's let the artists make them, or Trinity, or I'm not saying that they were, you know, but or whoever. Let's let the artist have the chance to make the money first, because you know, look what Adi Granov does that, right? He does his own retailer exclusives. J. Scott Campbell does. John Tyler Christopher. Let's give Adam Hughes the ability to do that if he wants to first, and then if he says no, then we can open it up to Trinity or Mellow Fellow. You know.
But wouldn't it matter on their contract of how they sold that art to DC or Marvel or whoever first?
Yeah, but I don't care how they sold it. If I'm the original artist, are you talking about the original artist?
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm DC. I'm doing it as a respect thing. You know what I mean? Like
right, or to like maybe retain them to do additional work for you, or you know,
just be a good company, be a good person. You know, these are the people that are creating your product and that are making it iconic. Adam Hughes made Supergirl iconic before Supergirl became iconic again, man. Let's be honest. That Lost 23 cover turned Supergirl into one of the best characters DC had just on a cover, in my opinion. So
yeah, I just don't think those big corporations really care, honestly. Just from you know, dealing with them in music, it's not like they're thinking about anybody really, like at all. You know, I'm sure what they did was just gave them a contract with a work for hire, which is just we give you money, we obtain the copyright, we can use it in perpetuity for whatever we want to do, including merchandising. You know, it's just that's kind of just how old school companies do their contracts, and they've kind of never changed. So that's how they do it in music. I don't see it changing in comics either. Yeah, unfortunately. But I agree with you though, Brian. It would be nice, but they just don't really think like that.
So speaking of that, me and Big Leg are walking back, I think Thursday night or Friday afternoon, and right in the middle of the intersection there, right in front of the con, is all of SAG-AFTRA and the writer's strike, and everybody shut down the con. Everybody's taking pictures, and I got video of it. I showed it to you, but as I'm taking a video, they're like shutting down the thing. This guy walks by, and I hope to God I have it on video. He walks by and he like says it loud enough for everybody to hear. He's like, "None of these assholes can write anything good, anyways." Just like,
damn,
dude. But I'll be putting out hopefully a video here soon. I had these guys send me all their stuff, and I got a bunch of video, so I'm gonna put together a little something and to show you guys all the stuff that we saw. But as far as drama for the con, I think that it was on everything was really on edge, but there was nothing that really blew up, in my opinion. Other than what I saw, a couple things. I know Decor was on one for sure with the Whatnot bags. I thought that was pretty clever. But I mean, Whatnot did. I'll be honest. Whatnot did really well for the con. The people and I know people are wanting to hear drama about them failing, but I'll be honest, man. You have to give respect when respect is due, and they did a good job for this con, in my opinion. And I didn't step foot in the Whatnot House or the Hero House once, but I know people who did, and made a lot of money in doing so. And it sounds like they might have cleaned up their practices there a little bit, which is good. They had you saw everybody carrying around those little yellow bags. So they didn't have to probably spend as much money to have the presence that they used to have, but they made more, I think, with the money they spent, in my opinion. But
that house was cool as hell, though, man. So it's not a house. They just call it Hero House, but last year was a whole lot smaller venue, but this is a 2-story streaming. They had a bar upstairs. They had a store literally set up downstairs. So when you see, they had a lot of exclusives, foils, blah blah blah, right? So you could go shopping. I was actually standing. You became my absolute hero. That's actually me standing next to him, but you can't see me. But I can show you a picture to prove I was standing next to them with Kevin Eastman in the top. And so, yeah, because I was up there. So they did good. So what they did was you can buy their books at a discount. So rather than like the mess of some of the cons where you're playing favorites and things like that, everybody's on equal footing for books that they can sell. Did somebody maybe get hooked up? I guarantee you. But like compared to like, you know, one or two people can be like, this guy gets these books. This guy gets those books. This guy gets 5 of these. This guy gets 1 of these, right? You go up there, you see what they're selling for, you see what you want to buy, and you can buy what you want to resell on there to promote your shows, to promote their shows, and it was great. And I think everybody had one shot to buy what you wanted for 25% off if you were going to stream there, and from then on it was just a price, and they limited you daily. So it was like the I think bats the 655 the Virgin First Damien was limit 1 per day for people and stuff like that. So I think it was a better setup, a more, I could say, people might not, they don't trust some of whatever's going on, but they, a more honest setup in that people have access. All they got to do is get people in the shows. You know what I mean? And they also, having eBay Live as a presence, I'm sure it'd be a lot easier for Sean to speak more to that. But there's definitely, live streaming sales competition for the first time. And so we've only had really live, I mean, on an actual app, if you're not going to include, Facebook or Instagram, which are not there, which it isn't their only function. Obviously plenty of Facebook Live, plenty of Instagram Live sales, things like that. But yeah, so now there's competition. eBay was set up. We're gonna see how that's gonna go. I didn't get into the eBay spot.
Let's talk about that real quick, because the eBay stuff was just as even crazier. It was absolutely bonkers, the eBay stuff that happened. As a matter of fact, Clutch, you got to jump on twice. Was it more than twice this weekend, or was it just twice?
No, just twice.
And talk about that experience and what it was like.
It was cool, man. Yeah, Jesse James had me on Thursday night, and then Ali from ANZ had me on Saturday at like 9 p.m. And that one was with Skybound specifically. That was like a kind of a Skybound sponsored stream. But the one on Thursday with Jesse was crazy. I mean, there was, I think when we were live, there was 9,800 people who so their metrics, they show differently than Whatnot does. Whatnot shows you how many people are inside your stream at the time. eBay shows you the amount of people who've clicked through to check out the stream at any point, and it was pretty wild, man. There was a ton. We did such a good job, and honestly, being across from Jesse was such a great thing, because a guy who's got such a knowledge as he does, and we're going back and forth about the books and talking about Invincible and stuff. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and what is it? I don't know how the setup necessarily is on the eBay side. I've seen Jesse do it. It seems pretty simple. So one of these days we'll go through all that for everybody, kind of like we did in the past on Whatnot, because I really want to break the eBay stuff down more for you guys once we kind of get it that it's moving a little bit more. But eBay really put on a show to say, hey, yeah, we are here, we're moving along with this stuff is rocking, we're gonna do it here, and I think that's a really good thing, to have the competition. And you didn't have to, there was no, both of the live selling platforms put on a good show at San Diego, I'll just say that. And it was very, very interesting. So
as someone that didn't attend the con, I purchased something from both Whatnot and eBay Live throughout the con. I bought specifically from Stash Loot, which I thought was really funny, because my first time purchase through Stash Loot, and then they do this big and then like it was No Moss actually selling through Stash Loot. He's like Yeezee, this is your first purchase from from Stash Loot. I was like, it's like kind of like, well, I usually sell on the app or whatever. I'm not like there to like buy comics because I can buy comics, but like, you know, just in case, like it was like specifically for books that like either had a low print run that I knew that would probably be like, you know, lines either capped out, or even if I did end up with extras, that wouldn't be a bad thing, you know. Yeah. And then I bought from Jesse on eBay Live as well. I mean, he was willing and dealing, threw up some good deals on stuff that I was like, kind of like, I was like, oh crap. Like he's selling that signed Alex Ross book for less than what the non-signed are right now. Like,
yeah. It's an amazing thing, man. It's really amazing where these live selling apps are going. And, you know, eBay's going to pull out all the stops. That's for sure. So that was very interesting. What else? Oh, let's talk about the Peach thing, Sean, because the Peach, there was a lot of, I'll say, headache around Peach Momoko this con. It wasn't as bad where people are fighting, you know, by the table, but it got close from what I hear from Sean, right?
I mean, so I've heard the good and the bad. So I had a 2:00 ticket because Friday night we had somewhere we wanted to be at 7, and I was like, if I'm in here at 2, even if it's a little late. So I had a 2:00 signing, bought books for it also, which I still have. So we're gonna do a 2:00 signing. They go and it's the same thing. Lines cap, mill around. I'm like, I'm in here before 2. I'm like, even with the 2:00 ticket, you're capping line for, you know, the tickets you win, you won, whatever you want to say. So then they got people. They tell people go walk around. You're gonna get in. It's fine. So there's people that got in that were in line outside the con at 7:00 in the morning to be able to just get this ticket, right? So they go to walk around, and I kind of just mill around, right? Like I'm pretending I'm looking at another booth. And as they're walking around, a fake line starts, and people start, and it was where there was a trash can that was a cutoff between Peach's line and Nickelodeon. So people start lining up in the Nickelodeon, which didn't have a line, and then the fire marshals end up coming in, and then they start putting those people in the line, and then they won't let the people that were told to mill around that did what they were supposed to do, they're not letting them in line. And so you're just sitting there and they're like, okay, nobody come back until at least 3:30. And I was like, okay, there's 3:00 tickets and 4:00 tickets also. And the guy's like, yep. And I'm like, it doesn't guarantee you'll get a signature, but this isn't somebody and I'm like, yeah, tell that to the people. Tell that to people that were here at 7:00 in the morning that it doesn't guarantee them, because you sure as shit told them that it did. But this is like the fire marshal and like 1 or 2 people working there. And again, it's a difficult setup, and these aren't people this isn't necessarily their full-time jobs, and they're being told what to do and what to tell you at the same time. You know, that was Wednesday. That was great. So it was just, yeah, so it's a cluster. So I had my friend had a 4:00 ticket. They said by like 5 something, I'd already left the con. Already gone. Drew and I are already eating, so we can clean up and get ready for the bad idea party. And I'm like, okay, so I can get the sign, but I gotta go all the way back. I gotta go a mile back to the con, right? I gotta get in this thing. I gotta walk. I gotta, then I've got to get in. It's still gonna be another line. I don't care what anybody says, but I said, I think that's the only time she was late. She was like an hour late on that. So by 3:00, they'd only let 10 people go stand there. And the good and the bad is, so if you bought those, if you bought the Peach books, which are the Grogu's, if you bought the Peach books, which were the Grogu's, however many you bought, you could get a SIG and on them, and you could also bring up to 5 other books if you want. So she could be signing 15 books like per person or something like that, depending on what you buy. And so I can't tell you the speed it was at, because I didn't get up to the front of the line. I didn't get another ticket. So yeah, that's
a bunch of crap.
It just made it tough. So it sucks when it's for other. To me, to be honest with you, just another time I didn't feel like walking. But I know this room, you know what I mean? I didn't get my book signed. I'll go sell them, or if anybody needs those Peach books, I have a few extras. Hit me up. I still have Instagram messages to get to. If you're one of those people, I apologize. Yeah. So this is far and away not going to take away from my con. I expect 3 of these incidents minimum, and I didn't really have them this time. So I'm not too stressed out about it, but I could see how some people are just absolutely livid, and just ruins their day. And I'll tell you, I was not down there at 7:00 in the morning. I don't have a leg to stand on. Any of those people, I had to let them go right before me, and I wouldn't have had a problem with it. That's not completely what it is for me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, who's getting those tickets that are in there? She was in line at 7 in the morning. It's the lady I'm talking to is an example. She wasn't the only one. She's in there at 7 in the morning, so she helps basically to be one of the first people let in at 9. Okay, who's already in there at 9? Okay, people with pre-access retailers. All right, there's already people. They've got autograph tickets. So
it's probably like
how many? This is what happens, man. By the time if you're in line, you're waiting line in at 8:30. You're not getting in the con at 9. You're getting in at 9:30, 9:40. Yeah, like Bryan and I did that day actually. And then
they take you in.
You've got
upstairs. It's
and
crazy.
Then, dude, everybody I know, everybody at the front of the lines are comic related people I know who sell comics, who have exhibitor badges or procured one for the day. So that's who gets all. That's who's getting the shit. And there's sometimes there are times when some retailers, I mean, I haven't really experienced it, but I'm not an exhibitor, that they want to scan your badge and they want you to have an attendee badge. I don't know if it's professional or work or exhibitor, but something like that. So any case, it was just it becomes a mess. And I hate 1 hour like that. And everything else I heard went smoothly. It went smoothly Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, right? So just my experience happened to be on Friday. So I'm not going to throw everybody under the bus. Big, Peach was late for an hour one day. Wow. This happens. You know what I mean? This is life. But it just, I can really, ruin it for a lot of people. And a lot of people aren't like us where we're in there for 5 days. Where they don't have a bunch of chances. You got one day, you got one shot. To get everything you can or everything that you want to get and see everything you want to see. And I'll be honest, like if you're an inquisitive person that unless you only like one thing, you only like Funko or something like that, you can't take all that shit in a day. If you're like us and you like all the pop culture stuff and toys and comics, dude, you can't. I didn't see everything in 5 days. I kept wandering around.
Yeah, I didn't cover it all.
Habit, dude. I can't see everything like that. I can see almost any other con. This year I did WonderCon in a day for sure. And WonderCon's probably the second biggest con in California.
Yeah. Well, for the most part, the con was great. 99% of the con was awesome. And obviously everybody's waiting to hear outside of the con, and we're getting calls for the remote thing, so I'll bring that up here in a second. But before I do, because we're gonna end Drama Alert with the remote thing, but I want to say that I do have my radar on this Bryan Comics thing. And this is going to be a big part of Saturday night's Drama Alert, comic book Drama Alert. I'm going to do some more research into it. And we've got a bunch of people who are part of the channel that know quite a bit about this, including our boy Josh. So we're going to pick his brain quite heavily. So make sure you're also following Josh's IG account. So this is very interesting, and we're going to get into it big time on Saturday. So we'll talk about that Saturday night. But before we do that, or before we move on from Drama Alert tonight, no one's safe on Comic Book Drama Alert. That includes
nobody.
Me. That includes me. And ladies and gentlemen, I almost lost the remote this weekend. And thank God our boy Vinny, I put it in good hands. All right, so here's what's happened. It's Friday night. We're getting ready. We've been running around all day, we're already half in the bag. And you know, it's been a long day, and we're getting ready for the Bad Idea event, you know, so we're all getting ready, all the Hive boys, we're pre-drinking, we're pre-sessioning, and then these mushrooms show up. Okay.
Awesome.
So, and
you're welcome.
Yeah, they just showed up. I don't know who they came from, but they just showed up. And
those technically mushrooms, though.
Well, these were the mushrooms.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
little penis envy.
Yeah, those were the mushrooms. What I got was even better. It was. We'll talk about that later. But let's just say the mushrooms, the psychedelics were on. So we leave our Airbnb, and you know, we get into the Uber. We go to Bad Idea. We run into Vinny, and we run into Lance, and we run into who else do we run into there? We ran into a lot of people. We ran into everybody there. Everybody. And as we're standing in line, I munch down said mushrooms, and I go to put my hand in my pocket after munching down said mushrooms, and I pull out the remote. I put the remote in my pocket before we left home, and now I'm about to go trip on psychedelic mushrooms with the remote in my pocket. So, McClay, the smart one of the group, says, I can't have this in my pocket. I'm going to lose this shit. Right? Is that not a good... That's a good thought process right there. Am I wrong?
I didn't know you had just taken mushrooms. So
okay. Because these assholes are trying to talk me out of it, right? And they're like, no, you're going to forget it. And I'm like, I don't care if I forget it. As long as Vinny has it, he's the one that he's the most responsible one in this group right now.
We're in a house of men. How are we going to sleep without the TV on, dude?
Well, I didn't look that far. I wasn't looking that far.
I did.
So I convince Vinny and everybody else that it's the smartest move to put it in Vinny's backpack.
You never convinced me, by the way.
Well,
I never wavered on my stance. Just keep that shit in your cargo pocket, dude.
I mean, I even said it too. I was like, Brian, you're gonna forget this shit in my you're gonna put it in my bag right now, and you're not gonna get it. You're gonna leave.
Who takes mushrooms and bets on remembering something?
That's what I'm saying, dude. I would have left that thing at some bar, guaranteed. I would have tried to fucking
like change the channel at a bar or something like that, and then like, oh, this doesn't work, and just leave it there.
Yeah. So and you guys don't really know how that. Let's talk about how that night went, okay? So that Friday night went like this: Bad Idea party, lots of psychedelic mushrooms, lots of edibles, lots of free drinks that are super heavy, and we leave the Bad Idea thing. We start bar hopping, which turns into half of us going to a strip club, the other half of us going bar hopping more. And as we're out bar hopping, and I'm super fucking having a great time, an absolutely great time, a 20-man brawl breaks out in front of us. Me and James. 15 cop cars show up, and I'm just like, I'm going to sit here and watch this thing because these lights look amazing. And they did. And I got great video of it. But at the same time, I didn't realize that James was taking pictures of me standing in cop car lights and telling Jonathan, by the way, it's Jonathan's birthday that night, so we're extra on one. And he sends a picture to Leg and Jonathan that's me standing in cop car glare and says, Brian's in handcuffs. And I didn't know it. And the next thing I know, Jonathan and Sean are breaking into the Airbnb to drop off all their shit to go get me out of jail.
Yep.
So it was a good night.
And he's standing there. So
yeah,
that
it was good
fine.
night. Yeah.
Without the remote control.
Without the remote control, though. And guess what, you guys? Not only was the TV on a shitty channel, It was on mute. So we couldn't even watch the TV or anything.
No, we figured out some stream, like some music or something.
Yeah, we started rocking to the music, but
something got figured out.
Yeah,
is that?
We finally got the remote back, and this is the moment we got the remote back. It was a glorious thing. It was like Link getting the Master Sword in The Legend of Zelda. It's exactly what it was like. It was excellent. And there's the Master Sword, and that's the person giving me the Master Sword.
Yeah, I think I was texting that last night. I was like, "You guys better come here." I'm not. Oh, because I was leaving the hotel room, and I was like, "I'm not carrying a remote control in my pocket all night." I was like, "I better see one of y'all tonight."
Well, even worse,
girl, right?
even worse. I tell everybody I got to bail early. I didn't want to go sit at the hookah bar till 4 a.m. And fucking Dinesh is trying to steal the remote from me so he can hold me hostage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Did you make it to that strip club on the first night or no?
No, I took one for the team.
Dinesh
both
said it was.
nights.
He said it was a PG-13 strip club.
No, he went to okay, look. So he went to the wrong ones first. Like I told him, I was like, "Don't go there." And then he was like, 10 minutes later, he's all, "It sucks, we're leaving." I was like,
"Oh, I missed the first one. I didn't go with y'all to the first
and
one."
And then and so the last one was just fine.
It was fine. Yeah,
it was Jonathan's birthday and stuff. And then even though there was a bottle of vodka, I was trying to avoid blackout. Was buying my own drinks at the bar. So that was good. That ratio was insane. Yeah, I was like overkill. But
yeah,
hey.
it was.
And they gave it, you guys are at Comic-Con, right? Here's like 20 passes. Bring all your friends tomorrow. I was like, all right. So we'll give you passes for tomorrow and let you in free tonight. I was all, okay.
The best part wasn't even that. The best part is, I'm just gonna say this: if Big Leg is at a con, you just don't question. You don't question it, and you just let Big Leg do his thing, right? He is the arena master. He is the circus master of all of us clowns, right? And in a good way, and respectfully. And you just let him do his thing. And if he picks a strip club, you go to said strip club. They decided not to listen to Sean. And when Sean was asked,
ended up there last anyway.
When Sean was asked, I literally saw him do this, and I knew he was going to pick the right club. So, you know, it's your guys' fault.
Usually goes for restaurants and bars too. I take it all into account.
Yeah.
How many people? Where are we going? What are they going to serve? What are they going to have? Is it enough for everybody? Does it cost too much? Is it too damn cheap?
Yeah,
you got a lot to figure it out. You got to do it. You got to do it fast, and you got to try to corral everybody together. And then you definitely get something you like out of it too. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. Every time I go to Baltimore with Sean, like he always picks the best places to eat. Like, and I keep on always going back to that same spot to grab crab cakes.
Hell yeah!
Every year.
Nice. Peter's Poorhouse. That's good stuff. Inner Harbor, I've successfully navigated that about 7 times.
Yeah,
will be more, but COVID.
Yeah, well, it was good shit. So that is Drama Alert. Next on Saturday night, you guys make sure you guys tune in for the real Drama Alert, where we can spend a little more time talking about those things and much more. A lot of craziness, I'm sure we always hear about, and it makes it very interesting. But Vinny, I do want to say thank you, man, for carrying that remote around. And by the way, Vinny was part of the book of the con, one of the books of the con, in my opinion, that being the Musk versus Zuck book. Which is absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? And it a lot of people were talking about it. A lot of people were asking about it. I'm sure you had people asking you for that book for days to come, I imagine.
Yeah, it was fun, man. Like we just did that for fun. We just wanted to do it as a giveaway, and Yeah, Hive, the Hive Boys and Nerdy Girl actually were both nice enough to let us do our drop there. So we just, gave some to each of them and said, go at it. And if you're around, go grab the book. So we just did it that way real quick. So it was dope, but a lot of people were hitting us all up for the book afterwards. So it seems like a lot of people were into it. So it was cool.
Yeah, there's the Hive booth right there. Very, very cool book. A lot of people talking about it. Tilla, man, killed it. Tilla was just destroying.
Yeah, he caught a little flack on one of the other retailers saw it on Hive's page and they started a whole tirade against Tilla yesterday.
Where?
What's the guy's name?
Why aren't you bringing that shit up during Drama Alert? Come on,
Yeah, but he went in on the AI part of it, right? But here's the thing that nobody's listening to, or I guess they just don't care, is Tilla actually drew the whole book. He did the whole book. He used 3D, everything. He then used AI filters on top of it and then fucked with it, added stuff. So it's not I think people just think literally he just types in a prompt and that the whole thing appears. It doesn't happen like that, you know? There's actually stuff that goes into it, and he's not trying to compete with the traditional comic book guys. He knows, respects them. He comes from that era. He's also a traditional fine artist, but he loves doing his own thing too. He's been doing videos and graphics for artists for years. So it's just something, that he uses as another medium. But he's trying to do it in an ethical way. He's not trying to use AI where he's referencing other people. I mean, there's a lot that goes into the whole thing. So
yeah, he's using AI as a tool. And here's the thing that is the very obvious thing about AI art and using it as an artist, right? It's whether or not you're honest about using it, right? If you're out in the open, then there's no problem. You're using it as a tool. You're not doing anything sneaky. The second you start acting like you're not using it and you are using it, there's a reason that you're keeping it from people, because it's sneaky and you're doing something sneaky at that point. Otherwise, you'd be open about it.
You're just trying to pretend like you drew something. And,
yes.
Oh, that was me. That wasn't AI. I don't think anybody a traditional artist has anything to worry about from that perspective, because they really do completely different. And yes, a lot of times you can tell what AI is, and just by the way it looks. So I think it's really two different styles. I don't think anybody has anything to worry about. Everybody's going to keep on. I'm going to keep on buying traditional artist books. I'll tell you that much. It's just something new and different.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. And it was a nice comic, collectible comic. How many of them were available?
We did 100. We printed 100
total. So, and I'll tell you this, Tilla did a really good job talking to everybody, and kind of networking. He really wanted to talk to people and about, the brand and comics, and learn more about comics, which was very interesting. He wanted to talk to people about comics and about working in the industry and that type of stuff, which is very interesting. And he held a lot of really good conversations with a super stoned and mushroomed out Bryan McClay on Saturday.
I will say a lot of people were pretty at least open to hearing about it and stuff like that. People were pretty nice overall. I think when people get on the internet, they become you hear different sides of people, but in person, people were pretty open to listening about it. There was one guy that I think he handed it to the show to, and then he was like, "No, I'm good. I don't like AI." All right, if you don't want to hear the process, that's fine.
Yeah. For sure. But yeah, great con overall. What else? Is there anything else? We're missing a lot. There's so much I'm missing.
Oh, did you hear about the Liefeld having a scheduled panel and he had no idea about it?
Yes, that's crazy. Yeah, I heard about
did
that.
Did I tell you guys this? This is like sort of funny, but and so I waited in line for Liefeld to do essentially to look at. I don't know if anybody remembers, but I bought the layout for New Mutants 87 a while back, like beginning of the pandemic. Like, it's the unfinished pencils essentially for the cover. So Tanesh bought the other prelim of the same thing, and so he wanted him to write on the back that the difference between mine and his, so we would know like what the differences are between these two prelims. And Rob writes on the back of his, "This is the only original art and the only prelim for New Mutants 87 or something like that." And I was like, "What?" So then I brought mine to Rob at the con because I was like, I need him to write something on mine. This is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? And so, just being honest, I didn't really know how Rob was going to react because sometimes people go up to ask him stuff online and he's not super happy about it, right? So I went up to him and man, he was as nice as can be. I brought it up to him. Yeah, he was. I brought it up to him and I said, "Hey, this is what happened." And he was like, "Man, yeah." He was like, "I don't even consider this a prelim. Like, this is the unfinished pencils for the cover, and I used this, and I then light boxed it, and then that's when I did the final pencils from there." And if you notice on mine, there's actually like 5. I'll post it later, but there's 5 circles where the characters are on the cover, and there's only 4 on the final cover. And he was like, "See, like there's 5 on this one, there's 4 on the final." He was like, "I'll write whatever you want on the back, but these are the unfinished pencils before the final cover." So I was like, "Man, that's awesome." So I mean, I was prepared to pay for a signature, a photo, or a mark, whatever I had to do to just get something down about it. But he was cool about it.
I mean, that's really cool that he was really open about to talk about his process.
Yeah.
Like when you've heard like all kinds. I mean, you hear good stories and then you hear the bad stories as well too, right?
Yeah.
Where he's like, "Get out of my line! I don't want to talk about this," or whatever.
Yeah. You see him post about that sometimes. I'm like, I don't want to be that guy. I was kind of prepared for it though. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I get kicked out.
Dude, there is one book that I forgot about that I just now realizing I forgot about.
Oh wow, is that Carla Cohen?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Mama! Holy shit.
Yeah.
I love America.
Damn it.
Wow.
That sucks.
How much was that at the show?
I don't know. I'm going to see if it's still available, though. I'll tell you what.
Which book was that?
The Zenoscope Carla Cohen book.
Oh, dude, they had that on billboards there.
Yeah.
She's an awesome artist, man.
Man, I just feel weird staying in the Zenoscope line, I guess.
Oh, man, I'm bummed out I missed that. I'm really bummed out I missed that.
Did you guys go for anything else at SDCC? Like any toys or anything else? Was there anything else you guys went for?
I picked up the Chuckles G.I. Joe figure. I got 2 of them. I got one for Nate, and then I picked up one. And I think Sean picked up.
I ordered 2 of those because you guys were. So it was a pre-sale. You had to stand in line at Hasbro. Well, you didn't really stand in line. You had to scan a card, and then you had the opportunity to buy that, a Deadpool. I don't remember what, but it was 2. You could get 2 of whatever. So Bryan knows a little more. I did it because Bryan did it, but it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, they did it right. They just did a little QR code, and every little thing. They would hand you a little leaflet, right? A little like cardboard thing. Where is it? I think I have it right here. Here it is. They hand you this, right? And it has a little QR code on it, and then it has a special number on it, and that number that is only printed on there, and then you could get your exclusives, right? And when they sell out, they sell out. That's so much better than standing in line, man. Like, That's
yeah.
simple.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Well, but do you still pick
only
it up
if
at
it's
the con?
only if it's not out yet, and it depends on what it's limited to. No, you don't pick it. They mail it.
They mail it to you though.
Yeah, you
so-
had
oh,
you had to
okay.
have a code. I don't.
Oh,
I don't,
to-
I
just to
was
even
reading
access-
something. I'm not sure if
or
he
just to even access
described
the-
it. You re-enter the code. So
Yeah.
So basically, they're paid for. I think we paid for them, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. They
Oh
already
no,
charged
no,
my
no! I
PayPal.
didn't pay for them. No.
Are you sure?
Wait! I didn't pay
I think
for them.
I think we paid for them right there.
Oh, the Chuckles, yeah. We paid
Yeah.
for them through the code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Not-
but that's
They're like $40
like,
each or something.
Yeah, I mean that's like any Hasbro pre-order anything, right? That you pay for it ahead of time, and then they mail it to you whenever. Where it could take 2 months. It could take like half a year to a year, right? Before you even see it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, if there's anybody out there that picked up any extras of that Carla Cohen book that went to San Diego, that's wants to trade, let me know, because that is definitely.
Is it on
one
the
book.
bay, Brian?
I'm
Pull it
looking.
up?
There's only one available, and it's up for bids. So,
Did you guys see the playset, the big ass Thundercats playset that's available for Kickstarter now?
yeah, that's crazy, bro.
That
Nate was
thing was-
talking about it the other night.
Was that the
thing
one
was
that they
huge.
unveiled, right? Like
Yeah.
the glass case. Yeah, I saw
Dude,
that.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that thing, I was like, only $650. I was like, where am I gonna put this thing though? Like actually, like physically in the house. Like
Yeah,
that
I
was
think
crazy.
It replaces like a desk or something like that.
Oh no, it's like the whole desk for sure.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But that brought back so much nostalgia though.
Someone, I think it was Nate that was saying that. Wouldn't it be cool if like the old school Thundercat tank would fit underneath the little area where you could, it's supposed to pop out of the base. If they did that, that would be interesting. Because they did do a big Thundercat tank, but that obviously wouldn't fit. But the original ones might. That'd be super cool.
Oh man, shout out 78. He said he $500 might be too much, I guess.
Yeah, man.
500 plus, yeah.
Yeah, dude, look at this. This shit's crazy. Look at that, dude.
And it's not just like a little play set. I mean, this thing is incredibly big.
Yeah.
Dude, I've considered you guys see the size of that Snake Mountain
Yeah.
a year or two ago, right? I mean, it's like fucking 6 feet wide. And I seriously can't figure out why, like, my office has tall ceilings and like you can kind of tell in between, the walls are painted black. And I like, why don't I just build like this shelf in the corner with goddamn Snake Mountain up there, right? I mean, nobody comes in here but me. Maybe I can, right? It'll make me happy. Shit, nobody goes in the living room with me anymore either. But whatever.
replaces your coffee table.
You know what?
Wait,
I'm putting Snake Mountain in the living room. I'll just
Yeah, you might as well, man.
Screw everybody, dude. You live once.
Yeah, like no coffee table, just that, and like within a plastic case, like they have.
Mountain in the corner, like just up high. High
It's
ceilings
like-
up there too.
It's like people who buy those big ass Kid Robot things, like the ones that are like 4 feet tall or whatever. Like, like they do it. So why not?
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. I need something like that, dude.
I wonder if they're gonna do like a Castle Grayskull like that and some of the other big play sets. Oh, the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier, shit like that. It's massive.
There's another book we forgot to talk about, the Creep Show book.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that one was pretty cool.
Those have been moving. I think I sold like 5 of them. Also because they're cheap.
I'll show you guys.
Hey, did you guys see that badass show, Secret Invasion?
No, actually.
Was it any
I
good?
haven't even started it.
It got worse, man.
Really?
Well, this was the last episode, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
thank God, man.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Oh, okay.
I don't even think my system's bothering to bootleg it.
But I did enjoy Adam and Eve the most out of everything that was released recently.
Oh, I thought, dude, I got home and I saw that was out, so I'm pretty excited about seeing that, but I haven't yet.
It's
You know
like
what?
an
I wanna
hour long.
do that tonight.
It's an hour long episode.
Is it good? It's good, Aaron.
Yeah, it's like an origin story of how
Yeah.
she got her powers.
It was surprise drop too, right?
Yeah, because it dropped the same time the preview dropped for like last Thursday or Wednesday or something like that. So and then they announced a date for Invincible, which is November 3rd for season 2.
Okay, nice, dude. Yeah,
You're gonna see Invincible books start moving again.
Yeah, I mean that's why they probably dropped so many. Skybound did. They're all moving pretty well. They're all moving decently considering the buy-ins. Put it that way.
All right, so I'm just gonna do a quick little pickups because show you guys the books that I got that weren't exclusives because these are actually kind of cool. Check this out. All right. So this is I picked this up. This is the Conan Art Adams decapitation cover, and then it was signed, which was nice.
Oh wow!
Pick that up. And then the Cocaine Comics.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that was pretty dope.
Do you know what print that is?
That's a good question. Let me take a look.
You might only be able. I'm not positive about this. You might only be able to tell from the price.
It's 75 cents.
Let me try to do that.
Yeah, because I sent you pictures of one that I had, and then we figured it out by the price, but I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember what all the details were on that.
All right, so how much?
75 cents.
Okay. Ooh, you might have got lucky. First print.
Boom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, unlike modern books, that's worth more.
Yeah. So I got lucky on that. I wanted the devil one, but the dude that had the devil one wanted for too much.
The Robert Williams, my favorite artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, love that.
Jesse's asking you to hold it back up. He thinks it's the third or fourth print.
That's badass, though. Whatever it is.
I can't tell. Yeah, I'm just going off MCS. MCS has first printing at 75, second at $1, and third print at $1.50.
So I've showed you guys this book before, and I've let the cornbread out, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to make a lot of people mad that already know about it, but I'm a man of the people. So I got 2 of these. I saw them, and I immediately opened them up. Right, it's cool. It's a cool cover. It's Simpsons number 4. It's an Infinity cover. Right? Cool cover. A lot of people don't know this.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that a PSA 8 graded card of that went up for sale on Golden? I mean, I didn't follow to see how much it sold
So
for.
there's 2 versions of the card. This is the second version, the not as rare version, even though it is tough to find. The one that was on Golden, I have 2 of those, not graded yet. Those came from San Diego Comic-Con the year, I forget which year, and they gave it away as a promo card. It has a different back. It says P4 on the back, and it has like stats and stuff. The back of this one just has like a little blurb that says Simpsons, you know?
Okay, yeah. I didn't see which one Golden was selling. I didn't pay attention that closely.
Yeah.
But, real quick, Decor's IG. So any followers on here, don't interact with it and report it if you can.
Oh, somebody got Decor's IG. Uh-oh. Oh, no, they're after you, brother.
Yeah.
We got a new Range Rover.
Yeah, he got a new Range Rover.
With his Bitcoin money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thrasher Comics number 4, the Newsy. I got 2 of these for $10.
Love that cover too.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Thrasher cover.
I can't believe I found one of them, yet alone 2 of them. This is a cool book. This is Lord Pumpkin from Malibu.
Yeah.
I love
That's
Jack
a great
Lanterns.
cover, Brian.
Yeah.
That's badass, dude.
I love
like
Jack o'
those.
Lantern. You
Yeah.
know me. Here's the other Simpsons. All right. I picked up these from Dan Parent. I forgot about these. These are in there. This is his SDCC exclusive, and then this is the Jinx one, or the Mask one. I mean, it's signed. And then
Man,
I
we
forgot.
were talking about that. He's so dope.
Yeah.
Dan Parent is so dope.
I forgot about these. These were Geiger had a big, huge booth, and they were just giving these away for free. So
nice.
Did
you get it signed, or did he give you a signed one?
He gave me a signed one.
Oh, dick! I listened to all this crap, and you got the signed one.
All right, so this is the cool shit. You guys know I love Garbage Pail Kids. I've talked about these before. I never expected to find them in a box in San Diego Comic-Con, but I did. This is the very first John Pound comic work and comic cover. This is the second printing of it. I have the first printing. The first printing's in black and white, and I have that in a CGC graded. But this is the second print. And so John Pound is the original artist of all the famous Garbage Pail Kids, the first, second, third series, and more. But he did, he's one of my favorite artists of all time. So this is his first comic work, first cover.
Crazy. You found that there? Was it on a wall or where?
No, it was in a box, and I found more. Here is second. I have his second and third.
Oh, that's wild. I'm pressing that book right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, those comics from Mars are difficult, dude.
Yep. John Pound. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. So I picked both of those up. This was cool. This is the Star Wars number 12 Dynamic Forces, the gold foil for the Outlander. And she's coming back. What's her name? They're going to be doing stuff with her.
Orsing?
Yeah, Orsing. Oh, this is cool. I got this too. The Apocalypse Now Ewoks cover.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
The best Ewoks cover ever. Even better
So
than the
pre
Ryan
before he
Brown
went to the evil one, right?
Yeah. And then this one, I had to pick this up.
Oh,
these were half price, so I picked them up for half price. All the Star Wars books. This Adam Hughes first cover.
Ooh, in a newsie.
Yeah, pretty cool. All right, these to me are my favorite books I got at the con. I love gimmicks, even though I hate gimmicks. You guys know I always talk about fucking homage covers and foil and how I love it and I hate it at the same time. OG gimmick covers are great, right? And there was a series, I think, wasn't Ebas the artist for this series and did this series, this Eve Proto Mecha book? I'm pretty sure he was. But look at this foil cover, man.
Wow. It's like the sparkle or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the sparkle refractor. It's fucking awesome. It's beautiful. Check this out. See if I can figure out an easier way to get some more light on it. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. There we go. A little bit of rainbow. You can see the rainbow in it. So that's super cool. This I have never seen, and I found it going through a short box of books standing next to Leg, and I can't believe I've never known about this book. And I'm about to trip everybody out. You guys know that like sexual innuendo covers are great, and I love collecting them, the Archie stuff, but I also love collecting drug, obviously, counterculture, cannabis. You saw the cocaine cover. Love to collect cannabis books, right? I can't believe no one's ever known about this book.
Oh, what the hell?
What?
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is crazy, dude. I was like, dude, is that something? How is that not something?
What? And this is a Marvel book?
A Marvel book, bro. This
Little
is
Mermaid, weed worries, and they're literally swimming through marijuana.
They're swimming, in kelp. They're stuck in kelp. And it says weed worries. And it's a newsstand.
Wow.
Little Mermaid number 7. Right?
That's awesome. Yeah.
So
that's almost on the level of like the Archie book, right? With the growing weed cover. Like I think I would rank that one higher than
that. And that's my second favorite book I got at the con. I'm going to show you my favorite book I got at the con. The fucking Darkness Chromium fucking cover. Look at this, dude. Hold on, let me see if I can get it. You see that?
Oh man, I have never seen that one, man.
See the chromium in it? Look at the.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. I love those old gimmicky covers, man.
Bro,
it's awesome.
This book right here, you can see the chromium in it. Look at
that.
that.
That's badass.
Dude, it's a different type of chromium, man.
Yeah.
There is shit everywhere on this. Like, look at this.
Was that numbered or limited, Brian? It had to be, right?
Dude, there is multiple Darkness covers where they did this, and they're super limited.
Was that a Dynamic Forces?
I have no idea on this one,
I bet you it was, dude.
Like, this is just absolutely beautiful, man.
Dude, that's badass.
Look at that.
What'd you pay for that?
Half price of that.
Oh, you got to be fucking kidding, dude.
$10. $5 I paid for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
So those were my favorite pickups at the con.
I picked up one book, back issue, or one in particular that I had no knowledge about. But my buddy Neil told me about it. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Funny Man #1. It's a Golden Age book from 1948. But apparently it was the book that Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster made after leaving DC Comics over the rights dispute for Superman. So it was their next character that they made, essentially like an independent book that they made right after that. Yeah,
dude. Yeah, that was their follow-up. Yeah. You bought one of those?
Yeah, I just saw it, and my buddy was telling me about it, and I was like, oh, that's what that is? So I was like, he had it priced a little higher than I wanted. So I was like, hey, man, I was like, I looked at the census. I mean, I looked at the last sales, and they weren't anywhere near as high. So he did come down and meet me at a reasonable price. But I don't know. Honestly, if you look at the census, there's only 18 of these things on the census. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, that thing's I mean, I never thought I'd even see one.
Yeah. So I kept on mulling around, walking around, and I was like, one of my other buddies was like, dude, you're probably never going to see one of these again. You might as well get it.
You're not, dude. I didn't even print.
Yeah, get that great.
Who'd you buy it from? I don't know if that's.
I forgot the guy's name. It was like one of those kind of smaller booths inside, like on the side somewhere.
Wow.
But I gave it to CGC. So
that's pretty. Yeah. That's a pretty historic book, man.
Yeah, and there's a whole. The guy I bought it from, he had a whole book that he bought from Amazon that had the whole. It was a whole book about Funny Man, like the 6-issue miniseries, Funny Man. So I'm probably gonna buy that book and just read up on the history of it. It just seemed like a cool piece of history, so that's why I got
the
it.
creators of Superman. That is awesome, dude. 1948, and it dates it like that. That's fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's super cool.
So I just love old history, you know.
What was the condition on it again? Did you say
it was a 4.5 is what apparently after my buddy told him about it, then he took it over to Matt Nelson, and Matt Nelson gave him
that's who I forgot to I totally spaced that we were supposed to meet up with Matt Nelson one of the days, and I totally fucking spaced.
Dude, you miss a lot of shit doing this stuff, man.
Well, especially with everyone,
you miss a lot of shit. You can't hit it all, man.
Well, especially with everyone there at like, you know, one of the biggest conventions, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no way that
something's gonna slip your mind. You're gonna completely forget a booth or forget to go back, or oh god, yeah. It's just hard.
Yeah,
but
it's
the most damn fun. So again, no complaints.
Well, what was something cool you guys saw that was kind of just the price was way out of control. But if it was priced better, you would have picked it up.
I almost bought a Peach Momoko cover.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which
the
one?
The Ghost Rider one.
Okay.
She wanted 4,000 for it. I told myself if I walk back by and I offer her $3,000 and she takes it, I'll buy it. And I just never made it back by. But I was gonna offer her that and I was gonna buy it. Just never.
I posted it. I think it's posted on my Instagram on the.
All right, let me show. Yeah, this thing's beautiful.
If you see the post with Addie and Peach, it's a second or third pick in that same post. But just badass.
Did you see that picture? Did you see that picture where she was with Stan Sakai and she has your favorite cover?
Yeah.
That Usagi Yeah.
No,
I don't know what she ended up doing with it. If she ended up selling it at the con or or if they were doing some sort of promo thing for it.
Trying to find where you would have put it, Sean.
It'll be my first actual post, probably, or my second post. There's a reel, and then there's a post with Addie Granoff and Peach.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, right here.
And it's like go forward. It's in that same post. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude, I would have bought
that. It's fucking badass.
I would have bought that.
And I just held my camera over it. You know what I mean? That's con lighting, so it's actually a lot prettier than that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you look at a Peach like OA in person, it pops way more, right?
Well, this is one of her best pieces, period. By far.
Yeah.
Up the down says $7 says $3,000 for a Peach Momoko. Ha ha ha. Like it should be more, or should be less. You wouldn't pay $3,000 for that. That I'm not saying that I'm going to put that on my wall.
Probably double it on eBay.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm going to put that on my wall. That you pay $3,000 for that, you can sell that for $6,000 guaranteed. In less than 6 months.
If you see how rabid that fan base really is, like there's people. People at war for this, you know.
I mean, just mention like her last 2 conventions in America. People got into a fist fight in her line in New York, right?
Yeah.
Like no one could get through her autograph line at San Diego is what it sounds like. So
yeah.
I mean, that right there should tell you all you need to know about her fan base, right?
Yeah. Yeah. This is a great cover, man. This is a great cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely pay that. I think we were talking to was it El Rey that was saying that he bought a couple Peach Momoko covers for like $500 back when she was first starting or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah. I mean,
he could probably get a grip of cash for it now.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't sell it right now either, though.
Yeah. By the way, I did confirm we are going to be having a original art show. We're going to bring on Dinesh and his buddy Mike, who are 2 of the biggest OA collectors that I know, and it's going to blow you guys away, that show. It's going to be a lot of fun to talk original art with those guys and to hear the stuff those guys have. And I'll just tease it a little bit. They own UF4, the original art. So I'll just put it that way. So
do you know who else you should get on that show? Is Sketch God 1 of 1.
Yeah.
Like he has a pretty impressive collection. Because like him and Rob started doing the art challenge, like Stein and Longshort.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. But they did it with OA.
Yeah. Blue Green says, Clay, you ever get that mag with her first artwork? Yeah, I bought it for a grip, and when it got to me, it was coverless because the asshole didn't know how to pack a freaking comic book, so I just threw it away. But shout out to Blue Green. If you guys don't know, go follow Blue Green Artifacts on IG. He's also got a really good sale going on. Let me pull up his stuff. He's got.
Brian, I was going to say, while you're pulling that up, I was going to mention Mike bought that, the Something is Killing the Children, the variant you showed earlier, the pen and ink, and the the one they used, they did the gilded one for. He bought the OA. And the craziest thing was the guy who drew that cover was working the Boom booth last year. So it was just like Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Mike
Well, life
is
changed after a year, right?
Yeah.
Mike is a cool dude, man. He I went to go. I at one point I was like, man, I gotta go use the restroom, and I'm walking, and I run into Mike, and I'm standing there talking to him for like an hour, like 35, 45 minutes, man. And just the shit that he's telling me about original art. Next thing I know, everybody's getting ready to leave. I'm like, dude, you just got to come on the show. You and Dinesh, let's just talk about OA, and we'll have a good time. They're like, hell yeah. And I figure the stories that they can tell, like Vinny's saying, picked up that gilded cover. The stuff that he has is unbelievable. And to basically, I used to think that Walking Dead 1 was the AF-15 of this generation. And unfortunately, I think that's been surpassed by UF4. UF4 is the AF-15 of this generation. I'm not saying like it's going to be the most expensive book, but it is the biggest book of this generation, in my opinion. And to own the original art for that, are you kidding me? Holy shit, man.
I think just pop culture wise, just especially with everything that happened with the movies, and even my 5-year-old is watching Spidey and His Amazing Friends, and all these guys are in there. It's like Miles is called Spin in that show, but so
I mean, with two different shoe drops, it was just Jordans, and that's not including all the other side shoes like Adidas and whatever else on top of that.
Here is I'm gonna drop this in the chat for everybody. Hopefully, let's see if you guys if that link works for everybody. That is the link to Blue Green's eBay page. This is his IG page. Go follow him on IG. It's Blue Green Artifacts.
Look at those Barbies, bro.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of auctions going on too. So
yeah, these are all
check now.
All for sale.
Look at that red cover of the Barbie. That's a super ghost.
Wow.
There's a ghost, but that's a super ghost.
Mattel Barbie magazine.
It's the original Barbie. Yeah,
that's the first one.
No, dude, you can't get one unless you have two. But only...
yeah,
I think he has two.
I think he might. I think that's
when Blue Green sent those to me. I was like in shock. I go, "Where the fuck did you get these, dude?" Like,
wow. Those
are the lenticular ones.
Yeah. From Lost Boys.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to order those. I never got one.
I remember when he told us about those.
Yeah. So I mean, he's got a big gnarly sale going on. So look at these, so rare.
Yeah, he's got some heat
on
there, man.
Ooh. We talked to Brian Polito about this, about the cybernetic stuff and how well it's doing. The Spawn books.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's from the Kickstarter action figures.
It's a newsstand. Mole. Yeah, he's got some good stuff. Make sure you guys go check it out. His page. That's a great Neil. Is that Neil Adams? I think that's Neil Adams, right? Wow.
Look at that Bo 98, dude. Like there can't be many on the census on that Bo Jackson.
Right.
No.
Because people fucking read that.
Yeah.
They were pricing their cards, man.
Ooh. That had the Spawn foil card with it. Yeah, he's got some good stuff, you guys. Oh boy.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mexican, yeah, but still. Yeah. By the way, don't be confused. Don't get it twisted.
Kind of looks like it.
Did you guys see the what's it called? The all new Marvel .1 facsimile that dropped today? It's almost exactly the same thing as the original.
Really? Does it even have the red bar at the bottom?
Yeah, except I think what I could tell was the difference was it said Marvel Now. I said Now underneath. So
what, the Kamala Khan one?
Yeah, today it came out today.
Yeah, there's a facsimile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But they didn't do a facsimile of the second print, right?
I haven't seen that. No.
Okay, good.
But they're about to do a second print.
No, they better not, man. Hey, I still think there's I'm really interested to see how it goes with the X-Men, like in her like I was telling Aaron, it's like Kevin Durant joining the Golden State Warriors. So we'll see if that kind of revitalizes Kamala Khan.
What about Capullo on Wolverine, man?
Oh, that's gonna be big.
Who else is working on that? I forgot. There was another big name attached to that project, isn't there?
By the way, I did find a new magazine Grail for myself that I have to now own, thanks to one of my new favorite IG following sites. Too Many Comic Magazines for sale, or Too Many Comic Magazines is the name of the IG site, and I need this ASAP.
Wow.
I have to own one of these. That is fucking crazy, dude. If you think that, what was that one with the Mickey dropping the bales of cannabis in the plane? Which one is that? You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of that, but this is just as bad, and I need to get one. So, if anybody has a line on those, hit me up. Fucking amazing. What else at the con was there that felt like that? There was a lot. Prices were still heavy, dude. I looked at Garbage Pail Kid, original Garbage Pail Kid, 2nd, 3rd, 4th series boxes, and they were just ridiculously expensive, man.
Yeah.
You ever see this, Brian?
Is that raw? What is that?
No, it's Scholastic.
Magazine.
I guess you ordered them through your school. I got a Run DMC one, and I found this Eddie Murphy one, man.
Oh wow, Air Pirates. That's the name of it. Yeah, Air Pirates.
Yeah. From that, I think this is 1985.
I thought that almost said Sears for a second.
Yeah. Stars. So it doesn't have anything about Eddie Murphy in it, but hey, it's got Jim McMahon on the back.
Yeah, man, it was a good show.
I like the Optimus and the Dino and the
those are
Grimlock
cool.
Transformers transform themselves. I don't remember if those are new or not, but those were amazing.
The Dino, the Grimlock one is.
The Grimlock's
new.
new. Yeah, I thought I'd seen the opposite. Optimus. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, this is the Capullo Wolverine stuff. Man, look at that.
That is fucking sick, dude.
That's awesome. I think Greg Capullo, I'll be honest, I think Greg Capullo might be the best artist in comics.
I think Todd just said, fuck it. Once he started seeing Greg draw for him, he was like, I don't need to do this anymore. I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, Jimmy's great, but he doesn't draw as much anymore. Greg is constantly doing stuff.
Yeah, and I saw with it almost makes you're always going to make McFarlane and Spawn synonymous, but I mean, is Capullo really the Spawn artist? You know, maybe not the creator, but like, good Lord, dude, it's as good, you know, and I think he's done more work, right?
Well,
like a lot more.
Who would be better comic artists right now? I'm saying comic artists. You know what I mean? There's some beautiful artists in comics. Perillo, Delato. I feel like they're more fine art, right? Like than this. Like Capullo is true comic art. Like he's doing interiors. These guys are just doing covers
and interiors, dude. Okay.
Yeah.
He fucking bothers to do interiors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Try that on. You know, and he'll out arm wrestle you.
Mm-hmm.
And he can play a fucking
more rock and roll
mean
than you are.
Yeah, he can fucking shred.
Yeah, he rules.
He's old school, man.
That guy's a badass, dude. Just straight badass.
Greg Capullo shreds on the git.
Nice.
I don't know, man. I'm a fan of Capullo.
Same.
Did McFarlane have a big SDCC announcement? I don't. Nothing that I remember.
I don't think so. He's randomly doing signings.
Oh yeah.
So did not see. Yeah, I didn't catch any of those, but they weren't all announced. So there's that as well.
I mean, he's a seller on Whatnot now.
Yeah, he did do Whatnot at 9:30 on Friday morning. I also did not catch that. Running around the con floor, you don't get tons of time to. Well, you could, but like honestly, I'm not watching my phone.
And there was
I'm reading my
no
texts of the people that are there, but that's it.
like as much fun as you guys had. Like, had there been like the electricity of Hall H or big announcements and stuff like that, would that have made it better, or do you think it would have,
It would have made it worse.
Made it worse.
People would have been hundreds of people would have been standing in line for days. That's not cool. When they don't have
stand
that
in line to get your wristbands and shit, it's not the same as it used to be. You can't steal the night anymore. But like at the same time, I don't know. So there's less of a line sort of outside at the end. Like Vinny said earlier, you could probably feel the presence of the people wandering around the fucking con who weren't waiting for those. It probably means that the comic book panels did better.
Yeah, I think they did actually. I sat in on a few of those. The lines were crazy for the comic book panels.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
that's a good thing for us. You know what I mean? If you're just there for TV, that's fine. Do whatever you like. But
I got a big con this weekend, man. Corpus Christi Comic Con, dude. We got a Rudy Rudiger who's gonna be there.
Woo!
From the Goonies. Sean Astin,
yeah.
bro.
Well,
Sean Astin.
There's one thing that
You coming
I
down,
haven't.
Aaron? You coming down, Yee?
Are you gonna get anything signed? Are you gonna get anything
I have a show.
signed?
I have a show Friday
Where?
in Houston.
Okay, well, come Saturday.
I know I'm already gonna stay up late.
You're
after
a piece of shit.
I'm a piece of shit.
I'm just playing.
I told you I'm being. I'm gonna be in Corpus November.
No, you said October. Yeah.
October. Yeah, there you go.
Hey Hood.
Yeah.
If you would have went to San Diego, what would you have dressed up at the Hellfire Gala as?
Oh wow! Look at them two, man.
Shout out to Bird City Comics, Mr. and Mrs. Bird City, destroying the Hellfire Gala. You kidding me? Look at this shit. Look at that.
That's awesome, dude.
Oh,
the kid ate some shit, dude.
Oh my god.
That's I don't know. I got.
I thought they pushed the kid down the slide. Did they push that kid down the slide?
Ho ho ho!
Why is that like just in the middle of all this?
Oh, it's a meme.
Oh, yeah, it's like one of those. It's like.
Oh, I thought Anne and Laura had thrown the kid across the floor.
Yeah, it's just a meme.
Oh, okay.
It's like the sound clip for the beginning, and then like as the beats.
This motherfucker has a cane sword, dude.
It's crazy.
How do you get that through TSA?
And Arroyo, he's rocking it, bro.
They drove. That's how.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see what Laura's. She's doing the black cat.
Yep.
I dig
they
it.
killed it. They did a good job. So congrats to them. We got to hang out a little bit with them on Friday night, I think it was, and that was a lot of fun. We went to this coin-op bar, and it was out of control.
Right across from the street from them that we didn't notice.
Before I end the show, I do want to tell a great story. Same moment. We're at the coin-op bar that, like Sean said, that we walked all around the city looking for, and it was right across the street from our place. And we go over there, and of course, I'm again. I'll remind everybody, I'm on the next dimension, and it's all these video games and pinballs, and I am out of cannabis, and it is not good. And so I'm standing in line to get into this bar, and at the same time, I'm getting ready to put in for a delivery at a dispensary. And I'm like, man, I don't want to do this right now. I don't want to have to do all this shit. And right as I say that, everybody shows up in line, and it's like Rage Theo, Golden Age, the Jeff from Golden Age Guru, is that his name? I think. Yeah. Jeff, Golden Age Guru, and our boy Nigel, aka Desired Comics, who walks up and literally says to me, he's like, "Hey man," he goes, "I don't have anything to roll it up on, but I got this," and I'm like, from God's ears to right here, baby. It was perfect timing.
From the icky.
It was perfect fucking timing. So shout out to my boy for being in the right place at the right time. That
Look,
was
guys,
super cool.
wonder joints.
Yeah,
and
It was great.
especially when we were staying literally across the street.
Yeah, and I could have walked right
across
over
the street, not like down the street, across the street.
Please tell me you were close to peaking when that happened.
Bro, I don't even know what peaking was. I'm telling you, they weren't mushrooms. They were psychedelic truffles that Sean had saved for real psychonauts.
Nice.
Dude, they're called Enigma.
And he goes, "Yeah, if I were you, I'd just take a quarter of this." I'm like, okay. That was the right move, but it was a scary one at first.
Yeah, dude, you don't need as much of that stuff.
And then I went back to the apartment and ate more.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Oh wow,
it was later. That's fine. We weren't on the ocean anymore, or crammed in a fucking car with me and Drew and JJ.
That's when you go for
John,
that second
my bad.
wave ride. You know, like you just.
Yeah,
it felt good. It was I dipped my toes in, and it was great, and it was nice and warm. So I was like, might as well jump in. So, yeah, Sean brought them from one person and one person only. So
that was it, man. I was like, come on, guys.
might as well take them.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
But
I wouldn't imagine anyone else could handle them.
Oh, they could probably handle them. It wasn't like I mean,
They could. These are amazing. But you just need. You just
they're
don't
very
need
clean.
Yeah, you don't need quite as much.
What was the best food you guys had over there?
Bro, there was a lot of good food. There was a lot of good hamburgers.
Whiskey Girls cheeseburger was amazing. So was Werewolves.
Werewolves has a great burger.
I eat there a lot, but their pineapple jalapeno burger stood out to me this time.
The Union, is that what
I
it
eat
was
there
called?
often.
The Union. They had a
We
really
definitely
good
ate
one.
a place called the Union. Oh wait, no, the Union was the one. Was that the one where we had with Dennis and Jesse and everybody showed up? Was that
no.
Union? That's Whiskey Girl, right?
That was Whiskey Girl. Yeah.
Okay,
That was good.
I forget. Oh, Union's the one by the con.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a good burger. I where'd I get I got a bison blend burger somewhere.
Wagyu.
And then we got Bubs. Their burger was
that was good.
That was their take on an In-N-Out burger.
We ate at what's the taco place? El Chingon.
Yeah, El Chingon. I had three tacos with beans and rice there. It was good.
And I had a killer
couple
California
Cadillacs and
burrito.
an accidental boob pick.
One of the best
that Bryan
California
posted.
burritos.
Yeah. Did have the Cali burrito at Werewolf. That shit was really good too. We ate at the garage. That's where I got the bison blend burger, and that was okay. I don't know if I got it again.
Oh,
yeah, and then zoomed in. So I got like two of those because my buddy's playing golf. Showed a picture of me and my other buddy, and they just one just whooped the other one's ass, and they show whatever. And so I take a picture, and then I look at it, and I'm all, wait a second. And I was like, I didn't know what you're showing me a picture of. I was like, because that's a dishwashing station right there. So let's just say, when I go to a bar, I sit at a bar, I try to not have the bar mat or like the taps in front of me if I'm going to eat because there's not much space. So I walk all the way down there and apparently sat in front of the dishwashing station. And I learned that's not always a bad place to sit.
Hey, you know what I heard? They're opening up a Whataburger on the Vegas Strip. Did you hear that, Aaron?
I did hear about that.
Man,
you
dude.
sent a text.
Oh,
to
I
be the-
did. I said
yeah.
it to you. Man,
Yeah.
they better start hiring, bro.
Yeah.
That place is gonna blow up, man.
Oh, that's where you can have the real battle of the burgers between In and Out and
Whataburger will fuck them up, dude. That patty melt, dude.
Patty melts don't count, dude.
Yeah, they do. It's a burger. It's a burger, bro.
Then why do they call it a patty melt?
What's a burger patty? Hey, you know you can triple size that patty melt, bro.
Oh, wait, as we're having this
Can you
conversation,
triple size my arteries?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Well, I see questions in the chat asking about dentist. Any good dentist stories? A very good
shouting,
dentist story.
but, yeah.
A very good dentist story. So, Dennis did not crash the bad idea party. But there was one night where we met up with Dennis, and this happened.
Oh, nice.
Not only did this happen, we got more drunk, and then this happened.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. So
All's
fair in love and comics, bro.
Mhm.
Were they? I must have missed this. Were they beefing with each other?
Oh, big time.
Epic
Big time.
beefing, bro.
I didn't even realize.
We had a drama alert go on for about 7 hours, bro.
And then a
Patty
post show
melt.
afterwards. Oh, did you see that link I sent for Instagram with the Tops ad where Dennis is in it?
No. What happened?
No, I mean he's just in the Tops promo where they were doing
Scroll up
SDCC.
to our private chat. The Yeezee posted. You see Dennis in the middle of one of those.
I'll put it at the bottom again.
I'm looking at it. I got it.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So he ended up being in the SDCC Tops ad. I thought
That's
that was kinda
cool. He oh, there he is. Yeah. He gave me something really, really cool, man. He gave me some very, very cool Garbage Pail Kids stuff that I'll show on Saturday. That he had gotten in a collection that he brought from Michigan. That is some really cool. He gave me some original sketches, Garbage Pail Kids sketches, and some stuff. So Dennis is a good guy. He Dennis is Dennis, man. And I don't want him to be anything less. You know what I mean? It is who he is. I am's who I am's. As
I was gonna ask Big Leg, is Otani gonna be traded to you?
No.
Because I mean, you kind of like you're an Angels fan, right?
Yeah, they announced today that he's off the trade market.
Wow. Okay.
So that's it.
Wow.
They also said they're buyers, not sellers. So we'll see. They started winning a little bit again. They'll get
Is Trout coming back?
He can theoretically come back in the regular season, yeah. And so I don't know, man. If they want to make a run, they can make a run. Artie's tried. They can't pay for pitching, dude. So doesn't matter. They're always out of the pitching sweepstakes, and I don't understand why. I don't know. But yeah, he's off the trade market. I'm almost surprised because hey, you can get the haul of a lifetime, you know, but you can't ever get it. You'll never get him. So I don't know. They can't sign any pitching free agents anyway. So let's just watch the best player play. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I want to keep him.
And then shout out to McClay for the platinum boombox, like boom, autos after autos, like
wow,
he killed
Ellie,
it,
yeah. So I mean, like I couldn't believe I hit 3 autos out of 4 packs or something like that.
Yeah, the boombox is where it's at, bro. It's 100% where it's at. Before we do call it a night, I do want to show you one thing that I saw that it looks amazing. That's going to be at it's an art gallery that Sideshow is going to be doing, and I don't know where, but it's something similar that they did at Celebration 4 for Darth Vader, where they got all these badass artists to paint Darth Vader busts and masks. They're doing the same thing with C-3PO now. So they got all these badass artists that are doing all these different C3PO, busts.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, it's so cool. Look at these.
Oh man, that's cool.
So these are absolutely gorgeous. And this is such a cool art,
That one looks awesome.
Oh, bro, there are some beautiful ones. Just wait. So this is an art gallery that spans the galaxy has arrived. Sideshow presents the Human Cyborg Relations, the C3PO Custom Bust Art Show, a unique experience where artists celebrate one of the most beloved characters from Star Wars universe. So look into this more if you want to check it out. But it looks sick.
3PO Mall.
Right?
That's fucking
Look at that
awesome,
one, dude.
That's Josh Mayhem. He's he started as a designer and toy artist. He does his stuff.
I mean, just killer.
Oh, that is just phenomenal. Look at that.
That one's crazy. That
Oh,
one's
that's good.
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some really good ones.
Just like epic talent, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's insane, dude.
Yeah. So I would suggest people check that out if you get a chance. Speaking of cards, Topps Chrome got released, and that is the only product I would suggest people be on the lookout for baseball right now. If you can find blasters and megas of it, it's got the Corbin Carroll and the Adley Rushman rookies in it, and those two players are going to be absolute studs.
So shout out to Striker Breaks because he reviews the product between blasters, hobby, and jumbos. So check out his video on his review of that.
What did he say? Do you know?
He said that to shorten it, so if you don't want to watch the whole him breaking open a box, he's recommending hobby boxes.
Really?
For out of odds and prices per card and stuff like that. Because he goes through different categories, and then that has the biggest bang for its buck.
Yeah, Striker's my favorite card guy. I used to be a Phil's Pulls guy, and now I'm a Striker Breaks guy. I think Striker is probably the best breaker out there. He's probably got also some of the best I respect and trust him more. I guess I will say that. He hasn't sold out to Whatnot or any of the people that are offering all kinds of money. He doesn't plan on selling out, and his word
and he focuses
means a lot.
And he focuses around baseball anyways. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think most of us collect that more than anything else, right?
Yeah. Nick says that Hobby Lobbies have megas, so be on the lookout at Hobby Lobbies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And those have the X Fractor exclusives. Have you seen the Breakers Delight boxes being opened?
No.
So those come with, I think it's 12 cards or something like that, and it's 12 boxes within a case, and it's one pack per box, and then they have their own exclusive insert to it, and then it comes with 2 autos in it, and it's not that many cards. It's it kind of reminds me of a choice box, or it's a single pack, and it's just something to tack on to if you're in a break or something like that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen what the price point is because I'm interested in that to see what the cost is, because you are guaranteed 2 autos in there, and then I think 3 numbered cards or 3 colored parallels, and then
I'm just gonna buy a Rushman auto and a Corbin Carroll auto.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try and find just a refractor auto, or if I love a white auto. The white ones are beautiful. But then I'm just gonna go after color match
matches.
refractors. Yeah. I don't need autos on them either.
Everyone I've seen the reviews on the color cards, they really popped this year.
Yeah, they look beautiful, man. They look really good. The white ones look beautiful. I couldn't imagine an orange Adley. Holy cow. What a great card. So, and here's the thing, you guys. Adley Rushman's going to be a stud. He's a catcher. He's a team leader. He's going to be a superstar in this league. Corbin Carroll, going to be a superstar in this league. Those are 2 guarantees, in my opinion, unless they get injured. I don't see them, having any issues other than, you can always have injuries, but there's no head things. They seem to be leaders. They're Corbin Carroll is one of the fastest players in the league. You know, and then the Ellie's supposed to be an update, right?
I think that's my prediction that he's going to show up in update because I think he should have enough games by that point in time. But I don't think they've released like checklists for that or anything like that.
Let me see.
I'm just glad they didn't make him like a short print in this product.
Oh, dude, fuck.
It's been a long time since the Orioles have been in first place. As long, bro.
Yeah. Don't expect Ellie De La Cruz rookie cards until 2024.
Oh, wow.
Ellie De La Cruz has been one of the most electric debuts so far. In this major league season, he is also one of the hottest players in the league. But when it comes to rookie cards and cards with the top rookie badge, don't expect them till 2024 Series 1.
Lame.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. His tickets on eBay have been going up for like the last few months. Or, yeah, I think I got one maybe 2 months ago.
I saw a guy that bought one too the other day.
Yeah.
Did you send it to PSA yet? Or
no, I will. I got a whole stack of tickets to send. I'll do that later.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Josh to send me more tickets to send for him. So.
Nice.
Yeah, like he has like a Taylor Swift ticket from her first tour.
Nice.
Here are the variations. Let's take a look at the variations. I want to see what they look like.
Dude, I heard a story that made me cringe. Bad Idea does this fan cup thing where I guess one of the challenges was to just destroy something that you love, and people went all out, and one guy destroyed his whole ticket collection. I was like,
oh my god.
Yeah,
wow.
This is the show high variation.
I could have just taken anything that I could have pretended to love it and just destroyed it. What the hell?
Here's Corbin Carroll. Oh, that's dope.
These are my mother's ashes. I'm gonna smoke and snort all of them.
Yeah. For no reason.
Fuck, dude.
I'm pulling a Keith Richards.
Wow. Yeah. Totally unnecessary.
Francisco Alvarez. There's his super short prints.
God damn.
Jordan Walker is the one I would be watching as well. I mean, if Ellie's not doing a rookie until 2024.
Yeah, Jordan Walker should be in the update.
Well, no, Jordan Walker is in Series 2, so he should be in Chrome.
Okay. He's not in Chrome, no.
He's not in Chrome?
I don't think so. He doesn't have a short print. Look at the Julio
short
print.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Someone's asking $8,000 for I'm guessing the Reds out of 5. Yeah.
So here are the variations. Adley, the base, the short print, and then the super short print. And then here's the Gunnar Henderson base, short print, super short print. Bryce Harper, show high. Trout. That's a great Trout where he's wearing the hoodie like that. Vladdy, Aaron Judge. Nobody's seen the short print yet. Nobody's seen the short print.
Judge's card looks like last year's card.
Yeah, I like the Corbin Carroll. Look at that. Look at the super short print. The Gatorade bath. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I got to get me one of those. It's going to be a couple grand.
I still don't think anything beats Bobby Witt Jr.'s mullet card.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
This is terrible. Right? Look how bad that is. Yeah. Why would you want that?
Even if you pulled it, would you even know that is a short print? Besides, yeah. Are they still writing on the back that is short print?
Damn, that looks good. Look how good the refractors look.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Brett Beatty. That would look good in black. Holy shit, how good would that look in black? So yeah, there's the chrome short prints. These are out right now. Let me see here. Where's the man? They look good. They really do look good.
You ain't lying, man. The Adley Rushman, if you got an orange and you got the color match for the Orioles, man.
Orange is to 25, red is to 5, gold is to 50, green is to 99. Wow, man. Super short print image variations do not have additional versions. That shouldn't matter too much because they are hard to pull. 1 in 17,000 hobby packs and one in 7,300 jumbo packs, one in 29,000 blaster packs. So if you want to try to go for a short print or a super short print, go jumbo. That's the only place you're going to get them.
Oh, wow. I pulled a Trout SSP out of a hobby box in 2021.
Man.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't grade out the greatest. I should have just sold it raw. But it definitely hit it. I think it was an 8. But I mean, it still sold for like 100 and something.
Yeah. Topps Chrome is the set. No longer anymore, though, because they dropped the jumbo autographs to 3 instead of 5.
Right. And then Hobby's 1 now instead of 2.
Yep. That's so stupid. It's dumb. With that being said, you guys, we are 2 hours and 45 minutes into the show. I want to say thank you to everybody that hung out with us tonight. You guys come tune in Saturday night for the big drama alert, comic book drama alert segment, where we'll definitely be talking about the Bry's Comics stuff and multiple other things that have been jumping up. But I just want to get a little bit more research done on them before we talk about them, because I've been in San Diego. I don't want to talk about something I necessarily don't know about, so we'll talk about them Saturday. The Bry's Comics thing is looking very, very juicy and interesting right now. A lot of people are pissed off about that. So
I told y'all.
Yeah.
Told y'all.
It is
dirty.
Not good. It is
dirty.
Not good. Yeah, that's for sure. That being said, what do we got coming up this week? Tomorrow night, Bogcast. There was a huge hearing today that I listened to live on my way to see Oppenheimer. So, UFOs. Big deal happened in Congress today. We'll be going over the whole thing on Bogcast tomorrow. And we will also be talking about Oppenheimer. We'll be reviewing the movie. I'll just say this, it was excellent. And if you can, try to see it in 70 millimeter IMAX.
Oh, you got to see it in 70 millimeter? You fucker.
Yeah, it was good, dude.
That's
really
awesome,
good.
dude.
Yeah.
Like, we can just fucking shitty ass IMAX over here.
Yeah. It was really good. So we'll get into that on tomorrow night. So tune in live on the Bogcast, YouTube or Rumble for that. And then Friday night, we'll have the Hot 10. I want to say thank you to Yee for hosting duties this week.
That was a lot of fun doing the Hot 10.
Hey, we were playing the Kennedy assassination on Mayhem, bro.
Well, not only that, I heard you guys played. I heard you guys played the murder game too, and it went well.
Oh yeah, guess the crime.
Yeah, guess the crime.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that
we're
went pretty
like,
good, dude.
I was like, okay, we can try a few and see how it goes. And then the chat loved it, and they wanted more and more. So
hey, Sean. So what we did, you know how every you can download the app of anybody who's in jail locally in your city or whatever. So like we were taking mug shots and we were seeing if people could guess what crime they committed, and like you'd be surprised. Like I played it with people at work. And they're all like, "Nah, man, fucking murder." I go, "Nope, theft." And it was just, hold on, let me get a mugshot.
They're just working their way up.
Yeah, or what was the one that just kept popping up? Violence against their family.
Oh man,
no, it wasn't like. It was like repeated violence against family or something like that.
Well, I do want to say one thing, and we're going to end the show on this.
Oh, look, check it. Guess the crime, Brian. Hold on.
Pissing in public.
Impersonating a barber.
Yeah. Peeing in public.
Oh, wait, hey, look. Wait, where's my favorite one? Hold on. Hey, look.
Crimes against animals.
Yeah.
Somebody being mean to me, I'm gonna kill them. That one was fugitive from justice. Some of these are like coded in cop talk, so I don't know. Let me see. Bail.
Thorough without a hat.
Yeah, don't be talking about Thorough, bro.
Shout out to Thorough.
That's my boy, bro.
He definitely held it down, but people were not happy with Matt. Holy cow, did Matt Kennedy take a lot of heat? Let's go over our comments of the week.
Poor Matt, dude.
Chip Smith says, Yee, great job running the show. Also, Tula is probably a little underrated for her work, in my opinion. She's great and was awesome to talk to. Yeah, Hood, it's common to have two people work on the same sketch cover from what I've seen. Actually have a George Perez Batman sketch, and it was colored and finished by Rubenstein, and a Cap sketch that was finished by McLeod. They are definitely PC books from my lifetime. I personally am not a Scotty fan or collector, but I think the only real Scotty stuff that's going to be worth much is the older stuff that wasn't released every week. If you like it, buy it, though. So shout out to Chip on that one. CG Unknown said, Matt Kennedy sounds like the movie reviewers that no one listens to because the public doesn't like someone who feels they are above everyone. I can say I didn't watch Flash because I don't give a penny to Ezra Miller, and that's the only reason. DC is my favorite fandom between the two bigs, but they are going the wrong direction. Mr. Vanguard says, not a fan of this episode. Someone seems to like to be the center of attention, giving the other members very little opportunity to express themselves. And then they responded, this is the first Beyond Wednesday show I could not watch all the way through. This new guy gives me a headache. Oh, no. Jeez.
Poor Matt. You know,
poor Matt. Matt
stuff,
Kennedy is AI. Prove me wrong. Yeah, I stopped watching.
Man.
Dude loves to hear himself talk. He must have been on one, man. Shout out to Matt. He was letting people people know.
Hit me up. He goes, I guess nobody likes me. I mean,
oh no. Oh no.
Well, they only just literally said it.
Well, you know, it's mayhem. We don't fuck around in mayhem, man. We threw him into the fire, bro.
We'll bring him back one of these days.
Jack Dave's rocked him a couple of times. Like, bro. Then AOA kicked. Wow. Can't mess around with our chat, bro. Our chat is ruthless.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. But I do want to say thank you to Matt for jumping on and helping out. So no matter what all the comments say, we appreciate you, brother, for doing that. So, and that being said,
he's got some original art, like crazy stuff.
I know, dude. I've seen it behind him on Thorough Show. He's got some killer stuff behind him.
He's got like Kirby stuff. He's like bought stuff personally from Jack Kirby. I mean,
wow.
Yeah. He's a smart dude. He is definitely a smart dude. I think, is he a lawyer or does he do law or something?
No, he's, kind of into that Hollywood scene. He was an actor for a little bit. And a curator at a art gallery. And man, he's just like jack of all trades. He's done a little bit of everything.
Interesting. All right. That being said, you guys, thanks for hanging out. Much love. We'll be talking about San Diego, I imagine, for a long time to come, and we'll have some more great stories to tell at some point. We probably just forgot them tonight, and you'll probably hear more of them on Saturday and next Wednesday, and then the Wednesday after that, because it was definitely an epic weekend. And big shout out to everybody who was there. Big shout out to Big Leg for, like I said, pulling off a great little 5-day vacation, and just, everything was from finding the Airbnb to bringing the party favors to finding the great places to go to, walking around, grabbing exclusives all con. I appreciate that, brother. It definitely made the con a lot of fun. And then, of course, got to hang out with Vinny, which I've been, wanting to do for a long time, since the last time we hung out. And that it also goes with a lot of other people that were there. Swag, got to hang out with Swag, got to Dennis, Dinesh, Adam, Mike, all kinds. I mean, there's tons of people that I'm, Drew from Wanted Comics, the Hive Boys, it was a great con, and that's the reason that we go to these things. It's more about hanging out with each other.
If I went with you guys, I wouldn't let Vinny out of my sight. Like every time there's pickups, This guy is just like picking up shit like nobody saw for 1,000 miles, bro. Like, like to pick up a book like that is incredible, man. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
And then he wins Shohei Ohtani's and stuff like that. What the fuck, dude?
By the way, I think I saw Shohei, one of those Shohei sell, Vinny, and I think it's sold for less than what yours sold for. So you're still,
did it? Oh.
Yeah, I think you're still doing good.
All right, nice.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Even at this,
I think it sold for 32. I think it might have sold
Wow.
for 32, but I could be wrong. I'll look into it.
Well, I
more,
mean, especially like since like how much all his other cards grew in price, right?
well, Vinny also sold at the height of the collectible
Right,
craze.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know, and during his crazy season. So he, just like I sold at the perfect time for the Ovechkin, Vinny sold at the perfect time for the Shohei.
Both those sales were like almost back to back, like a week or two apart, I think.
They were a week apart, yeah. Yeah, that was crazy, dude. So, also, here's another cool thing, you guys. Shout out to all the members of the channel. I will be putting up classic episodes for members only. We had our first one drop last Monday, and so if you guys are members, you'll be able to check out old school classic MCM episodes and such, and more great content to come. That we've been working on for a while behind the scenes, industry style that is going to be pushing here soon. And then, of course, be on the lookout for some Jesse James eBay Live stuff coming here in the future. So that being said, much love, you guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.